What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Roots. I'm joined today by Sam Loving, Jared Sergio, Carter Deinum. This is Jared's debut on Back to the Roots. This is Carter's second, technically third time, although the last one we recorded, the
third? Yeah.
Disappeared.
I plugged in the SD card and there was nothing on it.
It's your third time too, right?
Yeah.
Or
We've only done it together.
Huh?
We've only done it together.
Yeah, nice.
Today,
No, wait.
oh gosh, we're being harassed by Graham's parents' dog. Today we're drinking Jones soda.
Sure?
I realized today we hadn't done Jones yet, which feels wrong
You haven't?
because this is a local root beer.
Is there a
How many
camera
episodes
on
is
me?
this?
Jones is local?
That one is.
Are we sure?
Yes, I can see you.
Thank you, Sam.
That'll look good.
You're welcome.
So let's
No.
let's
You know
everybody
we
dink
have
who
to
you can
dink?
reach. Just
Dink
who you
it
can
and
reach.
clink it.
Dink.
Nope, too far still.
Yeah.
So sorry. I got so comfortable.
Oh, crap. I just realized something.
Did you not record anything?
No, my notes are on my phone, which I'm using for the camera. I got to grab my laptop.
Oh,
Dang.
So what are you guys up to? What's
Well,
new? What's new now?
Sam, you start.
I'd like to open by saying that I completely buzzed my head, and neither Carter or Jared have commented
I
on
literally
it.
said it 2 times.
You have
and
not.
didn't-
Yeah,
I've been
Jared.
waiting. I've been waiting.
I did. When you came around the corner, I said fresh cut, and then like you came in here, and I was like, "That's a nice cut." And it's both times.
I thought we were talking about the grass that Carter
Oh, that's fair.
did not.
I did bring that up
successfully
too.
mow.
So.
Yeah, it's okay.
Why are you guys
Look,
talking
I'm
about
just
that like it's
saying.
my fault?
I did notice it.
The
it's
mower
not mine.
died.
I noticed it too. I'm just not a fan.
I did notice your hair when you walked around the corner,
No, it
but
looks
my
good.
initial thought is, oh,
Doesn't
I
look
should
good,
say
bro.
something.
No.
Immediately by the thought of, I think I've already said something. This is not new, so I'm not going to say anything.
I literally got it 2 hours ago. So.
No, it looks like really fresh.
It's very, yeah, it looks
really
cool.
fresh.
I
It looks
do
like
miss
your brother
I
did
already
it.
missed the long hair.
Yeah,
Looks like your brother might have done
Are
it.
you gonna go back out?
maybe, probably.
He did. That's why.
Wait,
it's
I
fun.
like
Austin
it.
did that?
I like
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Whoa. Okay.
Anyway, that's all I got for topics tonight.
And that was your list.
That
Nice.
was my list.
So as of the recording of this podcast, last night was the opening ceremonies at the Olympics.
Dude.
Did you guys watch the opening
watch
ceremony?
I saw some
Yeah.
memes about it. That's about it.
That's how I'm consuming all my Olympic information.
I didn't
Yeah.
see any good memes. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, honestly, I thought same. I watched about 15 minutes of it, including the threesome part.
Oh,
What?
The threesome part.
Yeah, they were like, this part of the ceremony is like celebrating, this is like leans into like the cliche part of France and Paris. It's like the romantic city. And it's like these 3 characters
What?
who are like in a library doing stuff, and they throw pages in the air, and then they all go to a hotel room, and then they like push you out, the camera person out.
Did
and,
they
like,
do
close the
any
door.
Olympic stuff? What is this? I'm so confused.
There was they did
Yeah.
they did do a cool like heavy metal mixed with opera moment.
In that threesome thing.
No, it was like dude, that's crazy. It was like immediately following that.
Oh my god.
I saw the part where they were all going by on boats. And they
I
gave the
didn't-
little boats
I
for the little
didn't
teams.
see that part. The little boats for the little team.
You guys make me laugh too much.
Okay, hold on.
Did you hear that the
Somebody's mic is doing.
Oh, is it mine?
Check the plug on your mic.
I like that you say you guys make me laugh so much, but you're
Okay,
the one that
we're good.
said it.
yeah
were you
You're the
saying?
one that's making
No, I
fun.
laughed
Did you
more
see that-
because you guys are laughing.
the Canadian I don't know if it was the male or female, but the Canadian soccer team was sent home because they're flying drones over their competitions.
No
Practices. Yeah.
Canadians,
Yeah.
the nice
Dude.
people.
The nice ones.
They're like
Dang.
sorry.
And it's dumb.
Oh, sorry, that was an act. Yeah, that's
Are you sorry that
Got
you got
us.
caught, or are you sorry that you did it? But yeah,
A lot of stuff is going on in the news. Olympic stuff.
yeah.
Wait, but what was that?
An assassination attempt almost.
Already?
You go
that
first.
was
You mean
crazy.
Trump?
Sorry, I cut into
Trump.
So, because I saw a random picture, and I don't know if this is real or like this was fake, but it said Olympics, and then it was a picture of like a bunch of drag queens like acting out
I thought it
the
was-
Last Supper,
Oh,
like the
yeah.
picture of the Last Supper, like they were sitting at the table.
I saw that. I think that was
Super
like how
weird.
they ended it or something.
Yeah, it's odd.
I was just like,
Whoa, dude.
Harry, you're killing
strange
me,
choice
dog.
for the Olympics.
Sit,
Harry.
sit, know your place.
Yeah, and it's like the last one they
told
lit
him.
the torch with a like arrow.
Yeah.
And someone shot it, and then we have drag queens this year.
Yeah, I was like, I think that's a step.
He has so much
In a
drool on
direction.
his face.
Also, I know that Europe, they're like more casual about, at least in
true.
media, they're more casual about sex. Apparently, like in the
fair.
United States, violence in movies and stuff is like super nobody cares. It can be super gory, nobody cares. But sex is more like ah. But
Yeah.
in Europe, sex
other
is
way?
cool and violence is ah.
Why can't we just have both?
Sex and violence. That's real life.
I mean, you did grow up watching Kill Bill, so
Yeah, we kind of skipped the Disney movies. I don't know what happened.
I'm jealous.
Oh man.
We watched Gladiator at like 8 years old.
Dude.
There's a second Gladiator coming out.
Yeah, no, I just rewatched the first one. It's so good.
Dude, the first one is so good, but I'm really scared about the second one. I went with a friend and saw Deadpool Wolverine, and there was the Gladiator 2 trailer. I'll circle around. But the Deadpool 2 trailer, or the Gladiator 2
yeah.
trailer, and I was kind of disappointed. They had like rap music playing, and it looked like, I don't know, it didn't have that Gladiator
Didn't feel
vibe.
right.
It has Pedro Pascal in it though, which I'm
Right.
pretty pumped about.
Yeah, Pedro's pretty cool. Pedro is
Okay,
pretty
Wolverine and
I like
Deadpool.
so good.
Was it really?
No spoilers. No
Because
spoilers.
they were
Spoilers.
implementing a lot of Marvel stuff, and I was like nervous, and like the TVA and all that. So I was like,
It was
is this
better
going to
than-
be like?
It was better.
Because
I think it was my favorite Deadpool, probably. Or at least the most fun I had at a movie theater. It was been a long time since I went to a movie theater and like all the crowd was like, a couple people like stood up and clapped. Like it was fun. It was super fun because we also
Yeah.
went to the 3:30 p.m. on Thursday and it came out Friday technically. So it was the very first showing.
That's cool.
It was really
So
cool.
it wasn't like Disney Marvelified. Like it still had like the
Oh
like the
no, not
okay.
at all.
That's
There's oh yeah, I don't want to say it, but there's no. It's good. It's
Does
still-
my wife need to watch the first two before we go see it?
Probably to prepare her for the nastiness. Yeah, because this one goes above and beyond, dude.
When
Is
did
it?
you
Oh, man.
did you watch the first one right when it came out?
Probably, I think so.
Okay.
I think I kept up with both of. Yeah, I think I watched both of them like around the same. I didn't like the first one as much, but the second one I thought was cool because I was like, oh, they're franchising it and it's becoming its own thing.
I remember when the first one came out, I was working at Wonderland. And I
really?
was still like,
Wow.
that was my first
You were still
step
at
into
Wonderland?
the real world after being like a sheltered homeschooler. So like when these movies came out, I'd be like, I'm never watching this, you know,
That's
sort of thing.
hilarious.
And then I remember a number of years later, I'm just like, wait a minute. I can watch Deadpool now.
Yeah.
Like I'm fine with that. So I
That's
watched
wait,
it.
so
I'm like,
that
this
It
is
came
like-
out when you were working there, but you didn't
Yeah,
watch it.
Correct.
Oh wow.
But I was just like, this is a great movie. And then I watched the second one.
Respect.
And the second one is like even better in my opinion.
Yeah.
I really like the second one.
I
So
think
I'm
the
pumped
third
for
one's
the third one.
even
Have you seen them?
Really?
Yeah, I've seen both of them.
better.
Yeah.
While we were watching Deadpool and Wolverine, there was one. I got up to pee like once, and there was once or twice, and there was the
Twice.
same guy who was supposed to like sweep the area or whatever. Whenever we were all done, he was just standing there with the broom and the dustpan, just watching the movie the entire time. Were
Because
you
it's the
able
first
to
showing,
do
he
that?
was just like,
yeah, I was like,
actually
that's kind
am
of
gonna
cool.
do
Like
it.
these guys, I wonder if they like
Is
take
that-
shifts.
Take rounds.
Yeah. The next guy got
Is
to
that
Did you do
allowed,
that?
Carter? Or are you? Is
You're
that-
not. I don't think you were supposed to do that,
He was cracking up. He was having a good time.
dude. That's awesome.
fun.
Okay, so real quick, back to the Olympics.
Oh yeah.
Are you guys like gonna even watch them?
I was watching them all today.
I didn't know they were
Really?
happening.
Yep.
Like until I saw that meme, I was like,
Oh.
all right,
It started.
Olympics, I guess.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
That's
you
where
say?
the awards are in Paris for the Olympics.
Oh, wow.
And we are in their house right now.
Yeah, we are.
So
Yep.
that's
Oh.
I was watching them today too. Did you watch any of the fencing?
just a little bit.
Do you think that's like fencing seems like it shouldn't really be in the Olympics? It's a sport.
Whoa.
It's a sport.
You're gonna make
And
a
it
lot of
takes a
people mad,
lot
dude.
of skills.
All your fencer listeners are gone.
Then nobody left because nobody watched fencing.
It's true. I didn't watch it.
You watch it at the Olympics and that's it. You watch, like you see it and you're like, oh, must be in the Olympics. Like nobody watches it. I don't necessarily think it should be there.
I feel like they have a lot of sports that are like old timey. Like this is like a bunch of British dudes who used to do this back then, and they're
Yeah.
like, "This is gonna be our sport," or like the sharpshooting one, but it's like not actual guns.
Sharpshooting's
It's
in
like
the
little,
Olympics?
yeah, but it's like
Oh, the pellet?
airsoft gun. Yeah, it's like pellet guns.
Is that is that in the Summer Olympics?
Yeah, there's one
Yeah.
where it's
But then
one
they have skiing
competition.
and they do that too.
Well, there's
in
one
the
where
winter one.
it's like horseback riding, running, swimming, shooting, and something else as like one like
We should do
event that you do.
You guys wanna do that?
What's the word for that?
It's like whatever the numerical number is for 7, penta something,
Pentathon.
pentathon.
Pentathlon.
Yeah,
I would do it.
but
I
that
would
would
do
be
that. That'd
cool.
be
I would
fun.
not.
Yeah,
As
I
long
don't really like horses, but
as long as they don't add pickleball to it, I'm cool. If they add
Pickleball.
if they add pickleball before they add mixed martial arts, I will
Okay.
I will
What
throw a
about-
fit.
But can we talk about pickleball? Because
Yes.
it's crazy right now.
I like pickleball.
I thought it was like a new thing.
They finally got a big boy sport. They
Okay.
they got it closer.
Dude.
It's for pickleball is for
Wait, have you
unathletic
guys all
people
played?
who want to
You've
play
played
tennis. 100%.
That's what I'm saying.
But it does burn a lot. It gets you your exercise, burns lots of calories, and it's a lot of fun.
Yes, you're right. You're definitely not wrong. I was literally thinking about it today, and I'm like, pickleball is tennis for non-tryhards.
Literally,
Which
dude.
is why
Sometimes-
try-hard pickleball people
Are the
drive
worst.
me up the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Oh,
put
yeah.
the paddle down, pick up a racket, and play freaking tennis, bro.
Pickleball is the checkers of tennis.
Checkers of tennis.
Like
Yeah,
what
yeah.
checkers is the
Oh,
chess,
yeah.
pickleball
Yeah.
is the tennis.
Yes.
Yeah.
And people get into checkers too.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. There's all kinds.
You know who's into checkers,
I
dude.
don't know. I should know. Well, here's the thing. Was it me when I was a kid? Yes. Yeah, it was. Because chess was too complicated. So I was. I like checkers.
Same. I'm just imagining now there's like like bowling leagues, but there's
Yeah.
checkers leagues, and they
Yeah.
all go to Cracker Barrel like after the
Yes.
workday and just sit down with those giant things and just start playing.
Cracker Barrel.
Have you seen the new sport, death diving?
What?
That's been coming around.
yeah. It's like that, dude. I love that stuff.
What is this?
All my in-laws in Hawaii do
diving?
that.
Explain.
It's like where you jump and you jump with like your like stomach facing down
Off a high
and then
dive.
at the last minute, at the
that?
last minute you either like tuck in like this or you'll like tuck in like
Oh, I've
this.
seen that.
And you die
just
if
like
you don't do it right.
I mean, yeah,
bet you
they're
could.
fine because like what you do is when you put your limbs in front of you, it like breaks the first contact. But they'll do it and they'll do like a slow motion gainer. Like normal diving is
cool.
like all like tight and pretty and sharp, whereas this is like a dude just like jumping off and doing a slow mo gainer and it's about to belly flop and then like tucks down in.
Yeah, that's
Look
It's
up
awesome.
like compilations of it on YouTube. It's pretty
What's
entertaining.
it called? Death
Death diving.
I'm not
yeah.
gonna do it right now.
If you
It's
look
good.
up, I think it started. I don't know where it started, but
It's a big thing in Hawaii, so
okay. The first
I
ones
know.
that I saw was Norway. It was like Norwegian death diving. I don't know where it started though.
yeah.
Norwegian death.
Norwegian.
Okay, but pickleball is a little crazy. Like
I did.
people get too intense with it.
So I used to play it because I was a member at the gym over here in Buchanan.
Yeah.
And they had 2 pickleball courts. Like a good 2 years before it was super popular. And I played it some then. I thought this is fine, but like it's not really a workout, so I don't really feel like, at least not with the people I
Doesn't
was
feel-
playing with.
Yeah, no.
But so I didn't
Feels
touch
like
it.
a workout for me.
I didn't.
Holy
it depends who
moly.
you're playing with. I didn't play it for a while because
Yeah.
I left that gym. But just this last Sunday, I went back to the Central Park in Mishawaka and played with my small group.
No?
And it can be a workout if you're playing with the right people. And
Like one-on-one, or do you do the pairs?
We did doubles
Look,
and
I've
then
played
one-on-one.
quite a bit of pickleball.
yeah,
I'm pretty
good,
avid
actually.
myself.
Checkers and pickleball.
I'm actually president of the company.
Can I have a cookie?
Yeah, actually,
Can I have
you-
a cookie?
That was a
Cookie
meme
time.
reference. I know.
I found a new friend, dude.
Throw
Yeah.
them.
My
them.
first
I
pickleball
shouldn't do that.
experience.
Ready? Yeah.
Very
Oh!
That was a great throw.
Took
by
a
the
later
way.
right on my shirt. Nice.
Oh, that was a lot
You ever
harder.
watch Dancing?
I'm
Carter,
sorry.
Carter. You ever watch Dancing with the
I had
Stars?
to avoid a camera and
Not really.
you want
Someone said you look like this. Not me.
Derek.
I'm not someone.
Derek Huff.
Oh.
Yeah, I've gotten
The
that.
judge.
Huff or Hugh?
Is that
You
the
want a
judge?
cookie?
It's Huff.
No.
Okay.
Who said it?
Thanks.
Someone at work.
Oh, I see
Oh, you
that.
were sitting there.
Someone at work?
Yeah.
Do I know this person?
This person?
I don't know. I don't remember who said it.
Oh.
Did you ask if it was a girl?
Yeah, it was,
No.
Who asked that?
No one did.
was it a girl?
I'm the only guy that works here, though. So it was a girl.
Guys, I'm hearing things.
If you let Ronald up next to you, he's pretty
But I
chill.
was
What's
just
his
thinking
name?
about how he
Ronald.
like
Ronald,
all of
come
his
here, dude. I want to pick
all
you
the
up,
people
but
he
I'm
works
scared
with
you're gonna
Are
hurt
women?
me.
are women, so
Yeah.
it was kind of
Okay,
a
Ron.
not a helpful question
Okay. Okay.
that no one asked.
What did you say?
Nothing. It's too long.
Randy?
Okay, so
Here we go.
I have this as a sub point because my first point was pickleball.
Was it actually?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
As a
We
sub
got
point,
to.
though, I have 7-Eleven robbery because
Oh.
after I played pickleball,
Okay.
I was driving back and I'm like sweaty, I'm tired, I need a Gatorade or something. So
Yeah.
I stop at the 7-Eleven right next to Evil Check.
Yeah. Ooh,
And I've been in there a
that's
couple of
tough one.
times, and I'm like, this place is a little bit sketch, but it's whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I walk in, I was like, not super with it. I like dropped my credit card on the floor, picked it up, and then I start walking toward the fridges, and it's a pretty small 7-Eleven.
Yeah.
But I hear there's somebody up at the counter, and I didn't think anything of it when I walked in. But all of a sudden, I hear in like a very stern voice, all the cigarettes, all the gum,
Wait,
everything.
This happened?
And I'm just like, this was like last Sunday.
This is last
And I
Sunday.
was just like,
No way.
All the cigarettes.
but he also said
Holy
all of the gum.
That's so inefficient.
But then
Like,
I swear,
they have like the whole wall of cigarettes. Like, how do you get?
and like I think
All of them.
I looked over there at the counter and I saw like the two people behind the counter and they were like super. They were like frozen a little bit. And I swear I thought I heard the guy say, "I've robbed this place before. I know, blah blah blah." I'm just
I'm
like,
a regular here.
I'm just like, I'm in a 7-Eleven that's
Dude.
getting robbed right now.
What did you do?
What did
I
you
went to the
use
far
your
corner of the
martial arts.
store, which was not far. This guy, okay, so this guy's next to the counter, which is cutting me off from the door. I'm like,
Okay.
I don't know why he let me in,
That's fair.
but like, I'm like, I was kind of panicking, but I'm like, there's a walk-in freezer right there. I'm like, do I walk in the walk-in freezer and just hide it out?
Oh,
Or
I thought
like-
you were gonna say you were starting to
You
steal
use
stuff
your
too.
years of martial arts to teach this
That's what I
guy.
would have done.
Bro's a black belt.
You missed an opportunity.
I didn't know.
No, I mean, what are you gonna do?
I was just like,
That's
at one
fair.
point, I just like put both my hands on my head, and I was just like, because I'm like, dude, this guy could freak out and just
Wait,
shoot
did he
me.
have a gun
I
out?
don't know. I didn't see
Oh, okay.
anything.
Right.
Because I just walked
a
past him.
water
I'm
gun.
like, but if he has a gun, he might freak out and just shoot me. So I'm like, should I call the police? I'm like, I don't know. What if he walks around the corner and sees me like calling the police and then he shoots me? And I'm just like freaking out. And then at one point I just decided, I'm like, okay, I'm just going to walk out. And I start walking out. And as I'm approaching the counter, a cop walks in.
Oh,
What?
No way.
And at that point I realized, I'm like, okay, this isn't like an actual, he's not robbing the place, but he was being very problematic to the point where they had called the police. And
Dang.
as I'm walking out, like I walk past the cop, and as I'm walking out the door, these two other girls are walking in, and I was just like, you guys don't want to go in there. There's like stuff going down. And then the one girl just like looks and like turns around and walks back to her car and just looks back at me. But as I was walking out, the cop was just like, okay, it's time to go. Like to the guy.
the guy?
And he cooperated well enough, but he was like,
I got a story.
okay.
That's
he
crazy.
ate his cigarettes and gum.
I was at work the other
That's
day.
an event. That's crazy.
I've had some nights
Okay.
like
I was
that.
at work the other day, and this lady dropped her pants in front of our office.
Oh,
Did you really?
Yeah.
South Bend is
Bro,
crazy.
South
Yeah.
Bend is nuts.
And it was like Friday by the fountain, so there was like
was a girl.
150
Friday by
people
the
like right down by the river just chilling, and she just drops her pants and just staring in our office like this.
Like
Dude.
100%.
were they like down at her ankles?
Yeah, yeah, they're so on.
Like, are we talking completely naked or
No, because I think she still had some stuff on, but her shirt was like super long, so I didn't see anything.
just pants around her
Bless
ankles?
the Lord.
It's like, why?
But yeah,
Dude.
Can you because those windows are pretty dark. Could you
Yeah.
could she see you?
yeah. Oh,
So
yeah.
you guys were just
She could. I was outside the office.
Oh.
but like our office manager.
Oh, so you were looking at the backside.
Yeah,
Nice.
but the shirt was long, like I said.
Is this a-
The shirt was long.
Was this a younger person?
No,
Older?
I mean probably like mid
was
30s
she,
or late 30s.
Is she the lady that runs around like yelling her life story? in the middle
No,
of the streets?
not that one.
Oh, okay.
And there's another
'Cause that
lady who
happens.
has a bike and she just goes around and asks for money, and I'm just like,
Oh.
no.
Niles has a ton of weird people
You
like
probably
that too.
yeah, you probably have some stories.
Oh yeah, there's this girl. Oh my god, dude, there's this big. Oh yeah, dude, there's this one lady that comes in like at least 3 times a week, but like really late at night. Now that we're open, like 'cause
Okay.
we serve alcohol, she'll come in. And one time she came up and she was all sweaty. She was so sweaty, and she was breathing like that.
Okay.
And I was like, "Hey, how can I help you?" I had like my
Yeah,
customer
yeah.
service voice on, and she was like, "Are you guys participating in the keys?" And I was like, "The keys?" She said, "Yeah, they hid keys around downtown because they put the locks in our
She's been running.
brains." She's like, "Do you have a lock in your brain?" And I was like, "I do not." Like that sounds like something you would make up. But she was like, "The government put a lock in my head, and I'm trying to find the keys."
Dude, those people.
And I
though,
said,
they
"You know what I
speak
said?"
truth
I
sometimes.
said, "Try next door." I was like, I don't know. Yeah, I did. It's like not here, dude. Keep moving. She's crazy. She does that all the time. Same thing
Bro,
every
you
time.
should
my
you should
word.
get some keys.
Yo,
the next time.
yo, that's
I just gave her
crazy.
random keys.
Be like, I found this one. And just like every week, you just give her a new one. Like, hey, I found this one.
Dude,
that was a good one.
If she comes back, just be like, hold on a second, call me. Because I will drive out there and you'd be like, I just called the guy with the keys, and I'll show up because I just want to
Dude, in a
experience.
suit.
Yeah,
what-
she's-
yeah,
In like
Yeah.
a government-looking
Yeah.
suit.
She's a
100%.
doll. She's great. There's also this one lady that stands on the corner of 2nd and May, and she goes up to people's cars while they're stopped at the light, and she opens their doors.
Is she like a bigger lady?
No, that's
No.
the key lady.
Okay, I used to see her walk around like up to cars and like ask for stuff.
Oh, she does that too. She looked like she out of breath all the time.
Yep.
That's
Yep.
her.
Wow.
She got keys in her brain.
Dude,
It's not her
Niles.
fault.
It's sad though, because like most of
Wow.
those people in those situations are, it's like a mental thing, and it's like
Yeah, they're not just
it sucks.
Yeah,
like
no
they're
kidding.
not just
She
like
got a lock in her
really
brain.
bad at
It's all
just
mental.
out there for fun.
making. Yeah, no.
If only she had the key.
Yeah.
What
Yeah,
if-
South Bend had a lot of that. Like when I worked at Sway, like we had homeless
Yeah.
people that would come in. One guy
Yeah.
that like camped out in our that's
the
like
bathroom?
Yeah, in the bathroom. I think I've told you.
Oh,
guys that.
you told me that.
He just sat there like all day. Didn't know he was in there until we had a customer like halfway through the day. I was like, I thought that guy left, but they were like, there's a guy just kind of chilling in the bathroom, just like in the corner. Okay.
What time of year was it? Was it like hot outside or cold
It was
outside?
hot outside. I mean, it was nice out. It wasn't like either way. I guess he was just chilling. Actually, he was charging his phone, so
Oh,
that's what I
makes
found
sense.
out later. So I was like, all right, man.
Or
But
just
we
go in
have
the bathroom.
plugs other places.
Dude, if
Oh,
I was
next door to
homeless,
them.
I would do well, because I would eat geese, like
Okay.
all the wild geese.
Okay.
I would just
You
eat
would
those.
die after like one.
No, and then you go to
I've
like
had-
some like
I
wild
can't
apple
do that. That's
trees.
illegal. I've not done that.
Get some wild
All
apples.
of the wild apple
circle
The
trees.
around
South Bend Farmers Market,
Because
they
you
leave
just
all
said
their
something.
produce like outside by their trucks, like when they're selling stuff. So you can just like walk around there. You can grab
Wait,
some of
say
that
that
stuff.
part
Oh, yeah, we started. What'd
Like
you
the
say?
South Bend Farmers Market, like they have all
Oh,
their
yeah.
produce like outside, and then like
Yeah,
they
you
move
just
it into
snag
their
some.
yeah. You can just snag a few of those.
I thought about like you can drive down.
You're homeless. You don't have a car.
Oh, you can walk
Hitchhike.
down.
Hitchhike.
Well, the other guy's homeless,
He's
but he had an iPhone charger and a phone.
Yeah, but did he have a car?
Uber.
I don't know. Uber. Anyway, you can walk into like McDonald's or anything, just get off the little pickup shelves.
Oh
Little
yeah.
online ordering. I bet you could eat real
Oh yeah,
good.
you're right.
You could. I've never done it. Don't ask.
That's convincing. I've never done it. Nope.
Could.
Never done it.
Not me.
Thought about it a lot.
No.
So you ate a goose, Jared? What?
No. Wait.
Yeah, Jared.
You guys missed it, dude. He mentioned it, and he's out.
Look, I don't know how legal it is. I mean, I know how legal
To
it
eat
is.
a- to
It's
eat a
not.
goose?
Yeah.
You guys ate snapping turtles.
Yeah, we had. Well, yeah.
Where?
Yeah.
What?
Look, we got lots of property, and
Oh,
we had a
on
lot
your
of
property.
geese. Okay, and so my brother was like, "Oh, you can probably just cut this out, but it's fine."
It's staying in.
yeah, it's fine. My brother was like, "We should eat a goose," because that's just kind of like what
Wasn't
he
that
did.
both of our brothers who
Look,
did
and my
that?
parents were gone, and like I'm young at this point. Like, yeah, what? What?
Wasn't Austin there and he shot it with the blow dart?
Yeah. This was my childhood, guys.
That's wild.
So like, so my parents are gone, and like my brother's like, well, we need dinner, and, and there's a goose outside, and so
my
he kills
God.
it, and man makes a stew, and I vividly remember this meal. It was good, like it tasted good.
That's
So he-
really bad. No, it doesn't have all kinds of diseases. Like
No.
eating a
No,
raccoon
no,
or something.
no.
No.
See,
I don't
it's
know.
You could eat a raccoon. I've
It
not done
does-
that. But
It was a Canadian
you're
goose,
lying.
right?
yeah.
It's actually an act of war against Canada if we kill a goose. So
What happens if
we
you
will have
eat
to
it?
cut that part
No,
out
the
of
saddest
podcast.
part was that like, okay, so I didn't know this at the time, but geese, they only mate with one goose the rest of their life. Like they're so literally no, for years, this goose would show up and he'd be by himself, dude. Like he's just like everybody else got their couples, so they're like walking around, and this guy was just like by himself, and I was like, man, we ate that, dude. So yeah.
So hold on, he got shot with a blow dart.
Well, not to kill him at first.
Okay,
It's
yeah.
stunning.
No, I
How
don't
did
remember.
he,
I remember
how
the
did
blow
he
dart,
die?
but-
Because like it either has to be like a poison
know.
dart.
Do you remember? Were
I
you
know
there?
the blow dart like hit him in the butt and then he couldn't fly.
That's actually true.
And
I
then,
remember that.
and then I think he was finished off with like a pellet
Yeah.
gun or something.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Something like that.
Another story from Jared and my childhood
here we go.
is one time we were with our two older brothers and like, hey, let's go in the sauna, but like first let's run out in the snow and like get
was-
really cold and then we'll go in the sauna. And we're like,
Yeah, yeah.
oh yeah, that sounds
That's their
super
idea,
fun.
right?
And so Jared and I get in our swimsuits, like that's it, and they're in their swimsuits. Dead of winter, like tons of snow. We run outside, and then they shut and lock the door behind us.
Yeah, that was rough, man.
Dude,
And then Jared would lose it.
Yeah, I
How-
cried a lot as a kid.
Wait, how old were you?
Like, I don't know, actually.
11, 12?
Yeah,
Maybe?
Yeah, definitely
you're
not
just
like
saving.
16.
Yeah, you were saving face. You're like
That's
16.
definitely almost full.
No, I cried a lot. Like
Oh, I'm
the
sorry.
youngest child thing
Didn't know.
or
Speaking
younger
of-
child.
Speaking of weather, though, how about all those tornadoes?
Dude, what did you guys do when
What
they
a-
came?
I slept
Like, did
through
you
it all.
hide in the basement?
I had no idea what was happening.
So-
Carter was in the ice in the in the freezer in the 7-Eleven. That's what he was.
that should be my. Well, our
what I
apartment
know.
is on the second story, so I'm kind of
Oh,
like
that is sketchy.
we're cooked. Like
Yeah.
if we get hit by a tornado,
Yep, you're gone.
Dead.
and we got a notification. It was like 6 p.m. and it was like we're under a tornado watch until like 2 in the morning. I'm just
Yeah.
like, okay. So I'm like watching a movie. The sirens I think went off maybe, and then I just kind of decided to go to bed, and it was fine. So
Yeah, I slept
Pretty
through it
much.
too.
yeah, we're never gonna get an actual tornado here.
Yeah, I woke up and I like waited, and then I basically went back to bed after that. Like my mom and I were up, like we're just sitting, and that was it. And then my dad got up. Okay, so we woke up my parents because I'm in that apartment like attached to our house, and so like I walk over and like my mom's like up, so I was like, okay, what are you guys gonna do? Because the thing went off on our phones.
Yep.
And so then I'm like, so we wake up my dad because he's still sleeping through like the alarm, and he gets up and like we all go downstairs, and then my mom and I are talking about like, okay, where should we go? Like, should we go downstairs or we're just waiting? And then my dad just like opens the fridge, grabs a hamburger, like a cold hamburger, starts eating it, and then like he just eats that, and then he's like. And I was like, "What are you doing?" And he's like, "Well, I mean, if we're gonna die, we might as well eat one more time." It's literally, what and then he just went back to bed. Like after that, like he was just done.
See,
I aspire to be like Tony.
tornadoes are more chill,
legend.
dude. When we were over, when we were playing airsoft, we're like all eating afterwards, and he's just like, "Man, it's a good job that like you boys are getting practice because you might actually have to go out with guns." And he's like totally serious. I'm like, "Bro, you're
my
crazy." But
Hey, you never know.
so there was this kid. I'm
That
pulling
is
it
so
up.
loud.
Is that the toilet?
No, that's his bowl.
That's
Okay,
the
I was
dog.
making sure. That's
not
a
the
lot of
toilet.
water, dude. I thought he was drinking out of the toilet.
So
I
he's
went-
super picky because if he gets when you see how slobbery he is.
Yeah.
After he
no.
drinks, all that slobber gets in the water, and then he won't touch it.
Ugh.
So you have to like refresh his water for him.
Oh yeah, that's fair. I don't drink water after I put my slobber in either.
When I was in Tennessee, we were camping at this like teepee campsite. So it's like this in the middle of woods, this really old dude sleeping in his teepees in the backyard.
He's just got some
Like that.
teepees.
Yeah, it's like straight up like huge teepees. But that was the day the Microsoft crash happened.
Ooh.
Oh.
And so my buddy and I, we were talking, and he was just like saying how sketch it is, like that happened. And then in the middle of the night, we have an alarm go off on our phones, and it wakes me up, and I like open it, and I like click on the link, and it's broken. I'm just like, what the heck? And I was like, dude, nothing's coming up. And he's like, what? Like we were like both trying to figure out, like look it up, and like we were Googling it, and like each thing was like a different like reason why it had broken.
No.
And so we're just like we're in this dude's backyard in the middle of nowhere, and we just got a notification that something is happening, but we don't know what. And then it was just like two dudes shot a cop, and they're like, look out for these guys. So
All right.
yeah.
That's
I like how we all.
What a
I
build-up,
like how we
dude.
all were standing here like waiting for him to say, and then the world ended, and like we would have
Yeah,
been like
dude.
satisfied in that way. Like,
I was bummed. I wasn't affected by that Microsoft outage at all.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Like I wanted to
What
get a
would-
break
I
from
didn't
work
know
or
that
something.
happened. When did
I
that
know.
happen?
I don't know what we're talking about.
It was so Microsoft, their security software company, sent out like a faulty update, and it
Whoa.
crashed like over 1 million computers. And like Microsoft is used by like
Dang.
hospitals, fire, police,
Oh.
airports, like a bunch of like clothing, like stores, like any business computer runs off of Microsoft.
Yeah.
And so it all crashed for like a couple hours,
Dang.
and people were freaking out.
There were more memes about it than anything. I feel like
Yeah.
though.
That's like anything nowadays, though.
That's how I get my
It's
news.
like, that is the news, man.
Okay, before we move away from tornadoes too much, I needed to pull this up. I saw this on Instagram.
Oh,
So there's this kid.
I have a tornado comment too. Okay.
The title of like the article is 9-year-old's heroic act saves parents after Oklahoma tornado. Quote,
Dang.
please don't die. I will be back. So first of all,
I missed half
Here
of
we
that.
go. Wait, say it
Bro.
again.
okay, so here's the story. I'm just gonna read it.
Okay.
Wayne and Lindy Baker, along with their 9-year-old son Branson, were headed to Dixon, Oklahoma, just north of Marietta, to seek shelter when a tornado suddenly picked up their truck and tossed it. Wayne Becker, the dad, his back, neck, sternum, ribs, and arm were broken. He also lost part of a finger. Lindy, the mom's back, neck, jaw, ribs, and right hand were broken. She also suffered a punctured lung.
Oh my goodness.
Somehow, Branson, the 9-year-old, got out of the truck and ran over a mile in the dark through downed power lines,
Not the power loins.
power lines and debris to get help. He made it to the house of a neighbor and friend and brought him back to help his parents. Quote, the only way he found his way back was with lightning strikes that lit the road. He ran as fast as he could, as
What's
hard
that
as he
mean?
could. Like, it was dark out, and he could only navigate, like, all the down debris
In
when, like,
between
the
the
lightning,
lightning
like,
strike.
lit up. He
right.
ran as fast as he could. He made a mile in 10 minutes. That's pretty impressive for a little kid, said Branson's uncle, Johnny Baker. The last thing Branson told them was, Mom, Dad, please don't die. I will be back.
This kid is
Dude,
a legend.
he's so... And then, like, here, okay, hold on. Here's the picture of him because it just makes it make sense. Like, he's this 9-year-old with a mullet.
Yeah.
Dude, yes, sir. I was
He's
picturing.
just so cool.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now we need to put that in an AI software and have like lightning in the tell it to like put lightning in the background.
That'll be the YouTube short.
Good.
Nice. Have you guys seen this thing about raccoons mistaking Cybertrucks for dumpsters?
What?
No, that sounds amazing.
Like this camper posts these pictures, and it was the trunk of their Cybertruck and had all these like paw prints and claw marks in it. And they're like, the raccoons were trying to get in, but they couldn't get in. And now there's like all these people on TikTok making
memes.
videos, and they're like, these raccoons are mistaking it for a dumpster because raccoons are not trying to get into other people's cars. But they're trying to get into the Cybertrucks, and they think it's because they look like dumpsters, which I think is so funny.
I think we should normalize raccoons as like domestic pets.
They're
Because
cute. They're like
number
cats
number
with
one,
little
they're
thumbs.
cute.
Here we go.
Number
He's got
two,
reasonings.
they're fluffy. Number three, they have like hands. Like they
Yeah.
can do stuff. Number four, they can stand on their hind legs. And number five, they
That's a
like
pretty
they
cool
look like
pet.
cats. Like it's just like a bigger cat.
Yeah, what made? What
I'm
made,
glad you
what
numbered
gives
those, 'cause
Ronald
that's
the right
what
to sit here,
convinced
not
me,
a
actually.
raccoon? Get out of here.
What
I
did you
think
say?
I
I
think we
said, what
should,
gives Ronald the right to sit on a comfy couch and not a raccoon? Look at
yeah,
him.
It's true.
He
we should
doesn't even want
start
me to touch
a
him.
raccoon breeding
Get your-
company.
My
Oh,
brother
what?
I have
Call
had
it
a
Coon
raccoon.
Breeds.
He had a raccoon pet when we were kids.
Who did?
My brother. Different brother.
Wait, what did you say?
My brother had a raccoon as a pet. And he like it would follow him around and stuff. Then it ran away.
as raccoons do.
Yeah, which is like
Which
why
is
you
maybe
can't.
why they're not
maybe
pets.
that's why you can't do it. I don't know.
I will agree with you. I wouldn't have really thought that. One, I did just watch like an Instagram reel, and it had,
Their little hands are so cute.
it had a guy who had
They're
a
pretty
pet
cute.
one, and he was so cute.
Yeah.
Two, we were shooting a short film behind Hot Dogs Plus and Niles, and it was like midnight. And in their dumpster, we're like right next to it. There's like rustling, and it's like, oh, there's a raccoon in there. And as we were cleaning up, we could just like see he had his little. If you looked in between the crack, like it was closed, but if you looked in between the crack of the lid and the dumpster, you could see his little claws, and then his little eyes were just shining out. He was just like watching us.
He just
It was
watched
so cute.
That's
I'm
adorable.
like,
Forget the rabies.
okay, now up and down, because literally like 2 nights ago, I was driving back here,
Yeah.
and I had McDonald's,
Did you hit
and
a
I was in Buchanan. No, but I crested a hill in Buchanan, and all of a sudden I see 2 little pairs of eyes like glinting back at me in the middle of the road. And as I approach, I see 2 raccoons in the road, freshly, as in like a couple seconds ago, hit, and they are both writhing
Oh no.
like crazy, like if like it was like breakdance sort of maneuvering. It was like
That's an
there's-
Olympic sport, by the way.
breakdancing?
Yeah, this year.
I want to watch that.
It
though.
looks kind of
That
cool.
looks cool.
It looks kind of
That's
cool,
cool.
actually.
Oh,
Anyways,
those poor actors.
so I pulled off the road and put my McChicken patty on my McDouble and then kept going.
Dang.
I thought you were gonna like give him like something, like help him go out.
I had
You
that
put a
thought. I'm like,
Did you hit him?
no,
Yeah,
I didn't hit him. No, I swerved around him.
You could have.
You could have put them out of their
Got
misery.
him.
I should have done that.
So
I
you
should have
just
hit him.
watched them.
Probably.
Should have gave him a little McChicken.
Yeah.
One last meal.
If we're gonna die, we might as well eat, right?
You put a McChicken patty inside of a McDouble, you said?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Dude,
So
that's
in
pretty
between
good.
in between the 2 burgers?
No, actually, I haven't done that. I just
Oh,
put
that
it on
feels
top.
right.
You have to get the mayo with the McChicken patty, though.
Okay.
That's like part of the secret
I don't
sauce.
know anything about this. So like is the mayo from the McChicken?
Yes. Yep. The
So
McChicken
you
is.
gotta scrape it off.
Yeah, you just like
He's
scoop it
too
with it.
fancy for McDonald's. He eats
I
geese
eat
and
second of
turtles
main every
and
day.
stuff, bro.
That's what I eat.
He eats turtles
geese
and
stuff,
turtles.
bro.
That's true. That's just how I grew
McDonald's,
up.
well, that's weird.
Explains a
Okay, I'm running through my list. Somebody else go.
I have not a list.
He has
I
no
don't-
list.
I
You
couldn't
don't
think-
have a list.
I couldn't think
You
of
came
anything.
unprepared.
Half of mine are like Sam's marriage questions. so I'm not gonna do
Yeah,
that.
so we were prepped because Sam said Karya, his wife, was gonna come.
Yeah, she was,
but
That would've been
she was gonna sit
fun.
off screen. I was gonna be like,
No.
so Sam, how's married life?
Like,
Or what's your
fantastic.
favorite thing about Karya? Actually, she would probably like that one. So
Yeah.
you could say
Those are
that.
pretty lame questions. I'm kind of glad.
Yeah, I've got to
can't
go.
ask those
Didn't
now.
happen. Okay, I'll go to a different one.
just ask me the marriage questions.
None of these are questions actually. Okay,
Ask me
Carter,
one of the marriage questions.
For Sam or for you?
Like the question you had for him, ask me.
I didn't have any written down. I had. Listen,
He's just looking at his phone, dude.
This is what
He's playing Flappy Bird.
He's playing Subway Surfer.
He's like, geez, my whole list is just marriage questions.
No, okay. Listen.
What a
Yeah, I'm a liar. That's fair.
Do you have any list?
No, here's the thing. This list of
Do you
questions.
have any list?
It's
I
not
asked
questions.
each
Show
of
us
these
your phone.
guys
Show us your phone. What
to
is
show
on your
up with a
phone
list
right
of
now?
3 things.
At least I didn't lie.
There's
about
like
it.
one
Did
question
this.
on my whole list, but
Okay.
the thing is that the marriage one was like a title, and I was supposed to fill them in, but I never did.
Oh,
I was just thought it'd be funny, but I didn't do it.
that was
So
funny.
that's fair. I
That, this was funny.
not.
Yeah.
All right,
This
well,
is,
that's fair.
So
Someone else go.
What do
then,
you have?
because-
What's your one
Yeah,
question?
Should I come back?
No.
No,
I
do
see
it
it right now.
Wait, what? Which question do you want?
You said you have one
question?
actual question.
Okay, well, no, just how's your marriage? That's. That's well, oh man.
So you have no list besides that.
I have other questions. It's not
All right,
about your
here's my
marriage.
list.
I'm so sorry.
Okay.
Continue.
So learning
like
how to
it.
film yourself. I recorded a YouTube video this week, and it was like surprisingly super difficult. And so we can talk. Hold on. The bear.
I have a question.
Oh,
People who are famous are always like connected somehow. If you like look back like 20 years, they're always like a friend of a friend or something like that. So like talk about why that's a thing. And then talking about John Mark Comer's book, The Ruthless Elimination of Hurry, and how he talks about the creation of a clock and how we never think of the clock as a creation of something, like it's always just been around. But when the clock was invented back in the day, philosophers were like, this is going to be the downfall of man.
Oh,
really?
So those are my
that is actually
yeah.
Go with that one. Go with that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
So basically,
I like that.
there's this quote about. Should I read the quote?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Harry, come here.
Did you actually write it? You burped.
He
right?
right into the mic.
Did he get it?
Good job, Harry.
So there. Okay, this is a quote.
Yeah. So it said, "The gods confound the man who first found out how to distinguish hours. Confound him too, who in this place set up a sundial to cut and hack many days so wretchedly into small portions." Said, next time you're running late, just quote a little Platus to your boss. And so that's basically the idea. Like when the sundial was made, or like the clock was made, people were like, this is going to like ruin how people operate. Because like back then you woke up with the sun and then you worked to the end of the day. Summer, like the days were long and hard, and like the winter, the days were short. But it's like now we have basically like made ourselves subject
interesting.
to a mechanism that just divides our time up into really small portions.
Carter's face. Oh, because of the dog.
That tickled a lot.
That's
It's super, and it's crazy because you think like we never give a
Yeah.
clock a second thought. Like that's just like a part of our life. Like we never thought that that was created at one point in time. But like, how many other things do we live like that? Like,
Well, I was thinking like I think that's like literally what we do as a culture, like just over and over in different ways. Because like electricity is another one. Because it's like
yeah.
now we don't go to bed when the sun goes down. It's
Well,
like
when the light bulb was invented,
Yeah.
right before, like the average amount of sleep that people got was 11 hours.
Whoa.
And then like
Whoa.
5
I
years,
wish I had that.
5 years after the light bulb was invented, that dropped down to like 9 or 8 hours,
Yeah.
Dang.
which is so crazy. And you think like how we operate now is normal, but it's not. Like
That being said, we live longer now than we did when we were sleeping 11 hours.
that is true. But do you want to?
No.
Oh.
no.
I'd rather die early.
Wait, you died faster with more sleep?
No, just
No,
because like
I'm
this,
sure
like,
it's
you didn't have
unrelated.
technology.
But
and,
like people were
yeah,
dying.
probably.
Like if you made it through
It's
childhood.
probably the
Like, I
McChickens
got a
with
boil.
mayo on top of
Got a
McDoubles.
boil?
I got a boil last week, and I was like, if I was in
Ew.
Bible times, I probably would have just died.
Yeah, you would have been excommunicated from the camp.
Yeah.
And then they would have checked you out. And if it was gone,
And then
you'd
a
be back
hyena
in.
would have got me.
Probably.
But now I just take antibiotics and I'm good.
Back to the clock.
Back to the clock.
Oh, right.
If you look at other countries, they're all so chill when it comes to time. Like I was in Africa when I was like 11, and they like had Africa time, and it was just like, oh yeah, show up at 3, and it's like maybe they showed up at 3:30 sort of thing.
Or
It's just like
way later.
nobody cares.
Yeah.
It's just like it's such an American thing to be like we have to be here on this time, and like when you're driving down the road. Like, why are we passing people if we're getting there 30 seconds early? Like, we go 5 over the limit. It saves basically no time.
Nope.
So it's just like, what's the point? It's just, I think it's,
Even like the whole way Spain operates, like they don't wake up till 9,
dude.
and then they start work.
Come on.
At, like,
Don't they take a nap?
They
too?
yeah, well, like they work till like if you have an office job though, you're working till like 7 at night. But like everyone does that, so that's like normal for them. So
Oh, nice.
We should
Yeah,
have 4
that's
hour
cool.
work.
Let's rush.
days.
y'all want another quote about
Yeah.
clocks?
Sure.
I got one more to give you if you
Give
want
it,
it.
yeah.
One more quote about clocks.
So
Lots of clock.
here
quotes
was
on this
man's
episode.
declaration of independence from the sun, new proof of his mastery over himself and his surroundings. Only later would it be revealed that he had accomplished this mastery by putting himself under the dominion of a machine with imperious demands all its own.
AI.
AI.
Actually,
literally
I
what we're
mean,
doing.
yeah.
Like we're like freedom because like we can do everything for us. I don't think so.
Yeah.
I'm one of those conspiracy guys.
You know,
I'm
if you-
becoming a conspiracy theorist,
You are.
which I think we need to change the name for that because it's more like just a rational
Reality.
thinker. Like, I think it's more like,
dude,
It's fair.
with Trump getting shot,
Yeah.
like
Come on.
I believe nothing that they've said. Like I can't
did
believe
you see
everything
the
they said.
hearing
Who
with
knows,
the
dude?
with the Secret Service director
No,
lady?
what
And
did what did
she
she say?
answered nothing. Every question
Why?
she asked,
Just say what happened.
every question she was like,
they let it.
investigation is still pending, or like I am not at freedom to say that, or like
Yeah.
I am not sure. They're like, when did you prepare for this? And she's like, I prepared when I was alerted. Okay, how many
That is
days ago was that? I'm not sure. You don't know when you
She
heard
doesn't even know.
about this hearing and when you prepared. She's like, our
so
investigation
crazy.
is still underway.
Why? So interesting.
It's nuts.
Why? I'll tell you why.
Dude, I think
It was the liberals.
no. Here's the thing, though.
No wonder they
It could have
missed,
been
bro.
either way. Like you can explain the conspiracy either way. You can explain it as like Trump, like planned it all, had like the fake blood, and he was like
Oh, I didn't
and then
hear
just
that.
so he could get the picture,
It's a sick
I'm just
picture.
saying, I'm not
it's
like-
a sick picture.
I'm not
Whether or not
saying-
you agree
Or
with Trump.
it's like
true. It's
it's
fair.
sick.
It's
fair.
a deep state government thing. Like there's no like conservatives and liberals. It's all like that is built to divide people because there's actually one group of people running everything. I don't believe that.
Dude,
That's
we
just what I've heard.
Well, that whole conspiracy theory about Trump having fake blood and stuff, there's a YouTube channel called Grand Thumb, and it's like these
Okay.
right-wing guys out in some desert with a bunch of guns. They
Sounds
have a video where they shoot like a full-on tank at a at a gelatin body.
Oh, I saw that.
And it's like the best video ever. But they did a whole video which like
gotta make a
debunked
list.
a bunch of because like they're like, okay, so one of the conspiracy theories is that you like the shooter hit the ear on purpose instead of killing him.
Yeah,
That would be
and
makes
they like
insane.
totally disproved it. They're like, that's
possible.
insanely
it would be impossible.
Not that I've
But you
done
should
it,
watch that video because it addresses some of those kind of conspiracy theories.
No, I
I've
mean
heard-
that's fair. I actually didn't know that was a
no, no.
conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
That's interesting because I'm just saying like either way it could have set up like they were trying to get him or he was like trying to like get in the media. But I was like, I'm kind of just fine with it. It was cool. I mean,
it should.
I forgot people died actually, so I take
Yeah,
that back.
but you're
It was not
fine with
cool.
it.
But
It's on camera.
it's on
He's
record
fine with
here.
that.
Jared's
I
fine
did
with
not
it.
mean that.
Jared hates. Never mind.
Oh, dang.
I'm gonna back
Want me to
up.
look up his name? No. I'm kidding.
No, I know. I know
I'm
his
not-
first
I'm
name.
not giving you a cookie anymore.
As he breaks off half of a
These
cookie.
are my cookies.
I do think because
These
of
are
the
my
whole
friends.
Trump shooting,
Yeah.
it's kind of just like it didn't like shock me. It didn't rock my world. But with the Olympics, I think something's going to happen at the Olympics,
Well-
or something is going to happen outside of the Olympics that drastically affects the Olympics.
I was listening to a podcast with a I don't know, CIA and like information intel person who like her job is just to like learn everything she can about the terrorists, and she was saying like they have put up like postings where it's like we are basically commissioning you on the behalf of us to go to the Olympics and like cause terror. Like we don't care if it's like with
What?
Saying it
cars.
to who?
I'm definitely
But
watching
like
this now.
these terrorist organizations are like saying like, hey, like we want you guys like they're freedom
Dang.
fighters, they're terrorists, like
Yeah.
go there, cause havoc, and then like say it was like because of us. Like we don't care if it's like knives,
What if all
guns,
this happens
cars.
like in the next few days and we just like theorized it and they come for
But
us?
here's the thing though, it's like Paris has been like prepared, like all like the counterterrorism training that they
Yeah.
do for this stuff. Like I feel like they're like expecting it, like they're prepared, and
I feel like every Olympics ever, they're probably expecting.
they've already
something.
had arsons attacks.
Really?
Yeah.
That's such a French terrorist crime.
Arson.
I don't know why it strikes me as like, we'll set this on fire! Like we have done for hundreds of years. Can you hear the people sing?
That's it.
I think that they are pooping in the river too.
Yes, they were
Yeah.
pooping in the
What?
river. Okay,
Yeah.
I feel bad because
What?
they talked about this on my favorite
Who
podcast.
is pooping in water?
The French.
Okay, so the main river that runs through Paris
Yeah?
is like a filthy river, and the population, they hate it. They've been trying to get it cleaned up for years, but the government is just like they won't do it. But now that the Olympics were happening, they were like, okay, you know what? We're going to clean the river. We're going to spend like millions of
Like
euros
a billion.
on it.
I think it was like a billion.
Like €1 billion to clean it. And everybody, and they're like, it's going to be so clean
No.
that the prime minister and this other person are going to swim in it. And the people were pissed because they've been trying to get this fixed for years.
Right.
And now they're going to do it.
All of a sudden.
So all the people are like, you know what? We're gonna poop in the river. Somebody made an
No way.
app. Somebody made an app so you could like,
Track.
so you could like, if you weren't
Map it
on the
out.
river, you could go to like a creek that fed into the
Right.
river,
So you
and it'd be like,
they
if you
got
poop
maps.
here at this time, the poop will get to them when they're swimming in the river.
No way.
they had a
They poop
poop
They
tracker.
literally
tracker.
timed it out.
That's crazy.
Dude, they were hardcore about it. But I guess like
That's kinda cool.
I like it.
I heard a few weeks ago that the river was still too filthy. They had like some people swimming it, and a bunch of them like got
Good.
super sick and were like
Yeah.
throwing up blood or something. So
Oh.
I don't
Oh,
think
good.
I don't think they got it as clean as they were hoping. But
I mean, how do you?
the first people were poo-pooing in the river.
I thought you were like referencing like a historical event, like hundreds of years ago.
No.
But no, it was just like just a minute ago. They're
Yep.
pooping in there.
I think that's a great strategy though for
That's kind of cool.
yeah, I like
I'd
it.
poop in the river.
Let's do that in Niles.
Niles
Let's
already
poop in the
looks
St.
like
Joe.
people poop in there.
Ooh, I got another concept to talk about.
Just because though.
You got another one?
Yeah. Do you want me to go?
Sure.
Podcast clipping,
Okay.
where like a bunch of advertisement agencies have started, and like influencers, they'll set up like a fake podcast and then record them talking about stuff, because like podcasting
Oh,
is trending.
yeah,
Like it's
dude.
trending so much to where it's like they know like people will see it and then they'll stop and watch it.
Yep.
But like there's one guy who's really good. Like what he does is he just puts in AirPods and talks to his computer, and it looks like it's like a live webinar, and I watch his. But then there's other ones where it's like, did you hear that
Yeah.
Car Gurus is like running this deal? It's like no one talks about Car
Yeah,
Gurus
no.
in a conversation
Yeah,
like
those
that.
happen all the
but-
time. I get
Rocket
ads like that all the
Rocket
time.
Money did it too. It's like, have you heard of Rocket Money? And it's like blah blah blah. No, Rocket Money.
That's crazy.
And it was like it's cringe, but
Yeah.
then part of me sticks around to watch it anyways.
Because you still want to like watch the conversation.
And I think there's one guy who like has a legit podcast, and he now does clipping as his podcast. So he'll just like sit down and like run just like 15 short like podcast clips, because he knows that like people will watch that instead of
Wow.
like listen to an entire thing. So he just finds like really funny topics, does a really quick
That
like
was
20
literally what I
second
told
bit.
you. Like
That's
the other
smart,
day at
though.
the coffee shop, I was like, we should do a podcast. Did I tell you this? I
Probably.
feel
I think
like I
you
did.
probably did.
I was like, podcast should be like 15 minutes, because then I'd watch them.
Yeah.
We're on here.
It's a,
Dude,
no,
are
it's a
you
thing.
not a long?
No, I do long form occasionally, but I just don't ever have time because I don't have like a long commute or something.
Yeah.
I
This
used
man's
to.
ruled by the
That's
clock.
how you do it. It's the
I
community.
am
I
ruled
just
by
watch,
the clock.
I watch podcast. I watch more YouTube and like podcasts than Netflix. Like Rosa watches Netflix
Yeah.
and
That's
Hulu.
fair.
I watch podcast or
Who's your go-to guys?
Come on, Joe Rogan. I love watching.
Did
Joe
you
Rogan.
listen to his one with the theoretical geometrist?
Yeah, I'm a
Doesn't sound like
Geometry.
it's up my alley so much. I
He
probably
had,
skipped that
he had
one.
this one guy who was like a fraud, and then this one dude who was legit, and they're both like theoretical mathematicians, physicists.
There's also
and, like,
I also really like the real ones. You know who John Bernthal is? John
yeah.
Bernthal.
Oh yeah,
the Punisher.
Yeah, that was good.
yeah.
Walking
Oh.
Dead. He does some. I love his
When
podcast.
he was in Russia, and he was talking about like the one person getting beat up when he was like going to the school
because he
there.
went to Russia to go to acting school or something like that.
Yeah.
He also had during like he had oh my goodness, I don't remember who it was.
Oh, when he was like on the film set and someone like random attacked him.
Oh
no,
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
talking
yeah.
about someone
that
he
one.
had on his podcast. I think was in the like he was a crap. I forget what he had to blur his face off. He was like in the war, like the Palestine and all
wow.
that stuff.
That was that the Sean Ryan podcast? Or that was the Joe Rogan one?
Sean Ryan.
Sean Ryan is really good.
Wait, which one's
That's
Sean
a
Ryan?
good
So
one.
Is
Sean
that the
Ryan,
real-
he's
He's
no,
like-
he's like bald. He's kind. I mean, they all look
Yeah.
the same, but
I was
Real
gonna
grumpy
try to explain
guy.
that. Yeah.
yeah, he's an ex-Navy SEAL guy who also worked in the CIA, and so he interviewed the guy who killed Bin Laden, and like he
Oh.
interviews like the one dude who did like
Yeah.
the cyber, like the ethical hacking.
Yeah, that
and-
was a good
Sean
episode.
which is also
Ryan.
another topic.
Oh.
So
That was
there's
crazy.
this guy who does ethical hacking.
I've seen one of his clips.
Which is like
what's
so like
ethical
hacking
hacking?
is like bad, right? So what he does is he hacks like pedophile websites and stuff like that, and he like turns them into the government
Yeah.
and like.
It's legit.
But like so, if hacking is bad, but we put ethical in front of it, and then now it's good. What other
Right.
things can we do that with?
that's actually a valid
Like robbery, like ethical
Ethical rob-
robbery.
I would
I mean, that was
ethical rob-
Robin Hood.
dude.
That's-
Robin Hood.
That's
Dude, if
pretty
I
cool.
ever decide to just say screw it to morality, I'm gonna start pulling off heists.
But think about it.
That
Are
would-
you
that's
are
the
you
coolest
saying
crime.
screw it to
Yeah.
morality, or did they already say screw it to morality by charging you for? Well, like you ever seen videos of them?
Yeah!
You know what I'm
You're
saying?
right!
That makes a lot of sense.
Let's poop in the river.
Makes a lot of sense. Let's go.
Bro, this guy's like trying to justify what he already did. He was like, but I didn't. Like they stole from me first, man.
bro.
That's what happened.
I was at the 7-Eleven the other day, tried to take all their cigarettes and all their gum, and they didn't give it to me. Some
Like,
guy
you know
was,
what? Give me a
Bro,
cigarette
why
too.
some
do you
guy
while
was
you're at it.
standing
gum?
next to the gray Gatorade like this.
Great Gatorade.
The Gatorade. I mispronounced Gatorade, so I said gay Gatorade. Sorry, gay
You're
Gatorade.
right.
That's
I
coming probably.
I thought you said specifically the gray Gatorade,
Oh, I thought you
heard
said
which
that.
is the worst one.
No,
I
I
thought
think
you
you
said
said that.
ew, gray Gatorade.
That's
I
what
thought
you
you
said.
said gay
It's like the-
Gatorade.
No,
I didn't say
I thought you
that.
said gay Gatorade. Maybe drink it like that.
That's okay. Out of all the drinks that could be like doing LGBTQ partnerships, it should be Gatorade because it's
Yeah.
in the name.
Yeah, what are they doing?
Gatorade.
They're missing
They're
a
behind, man.
huge.
Huge.
That I bet that's probably been brought up somewhere in the Gatorade world, and someone was like, "No."
It comes up in like every quarterly meeting. They're just like,
Like,
okay, I know we've brought this up before.
think it's our time,
Carl,
guys.
we heard your Gatorade idea, dude. Relax.
Yeah, exactly.
Relax.
no, but we capitalize the G and the A and the Y. You know,
Not
and then
gonna
people
do
will get
it.
it.
Not gonna happen. I'd support it. What color would it be? What color would gay Gatorade be?
If they could
What's
figure out to make
Brown
it
because it's like all the colors together.
Bro, no, they're all
don't
like
think
it's
so.
like divided, so there's like colors. Like the one bottle has all the different colors in it, and they all
Segregate
come out.
Gatorade.
It's like a straw coming out to like the end of it, so like you have all the colors all at once.
That's a
That's
really
legit.
good idea.
I would actually,
Dude.
I would try that.
It's like a straw that like splits into 5.
Yeah.
Or it would
Okay.
just be a 6-pack of 6 different colors, and it'd be good.
Yeah,
gay
that's
Gatorade.
actually-
Oh,
yeah,
there
but
it
yours
is.
is cool too. That weird.
No, that makes
stuff.
way more sense.
I like yours. I have to go pee.
Carter's
again.
is like that
Did you
pen.
just pee?
Yeah, I know.
Dude, he said during the movie he had to pee twice. You
I be peeing. I actually pee a lot. I wake up at least 4 times every night to go pee.
Whoa.
That
I-
sucks.
I don't know why. I got a small little bladder.
Small little bladder, will it fit in the Jones soda bottle?
this is not good. Oh, still good. I'm just kidding.
Whoa. Black out that camera.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Okay, that actually, I had a thought today. You know how like, they were. It was in some commercial, and it was some person who's in the CIA in like Afghanistan, and they had their face, but the person next to him was like a soldier, and they had to blur their face because they couldn't show who it is. I think they should make an AI like
I think there
art
is.
thing where they just like swap the face.
Oh,
So like
Oh,
instead of
that'd be
blurring
crazy.
a face, you just swap it with a rando face.
Bro, what?
And
Who
it's-
would you swap it to?
have you
though?
seen that they?
Look at
If you had a podcast
Drool.
and you
You could-
interviewed people like that,
You
what
couldn't
if
do
you
a real
used-
person.
What if you did?
Has
though?
this been
But
on
you-
my
you
shoulder
could
the
not,
whole
'cause
time?
then-
That's fair.
What has
Has
what
that
been on
been
your
So
on my
Carter-
shoulder the whole time?
They're doing it in movies where it's
Very
like
slobber,
they're
dude.
coming out with an R-rated version of a movie and then like a PG-13.
Okay.
And so like if there's like tons of F words in it, what they'll do is for the PG-13 they'll track the person's face and then they'll replace it with a 3D model of them them saying something else.
Yeah, AI
Oh.
can totally.
And then they're starting
It's
to
just
do that.
deep faking.
They're starting to do that for translating movies. So like we could watch
Yep.
a movie that was made in Korea and then they could be speaking English and it could look
And
like
their
they're
lips
saying
are actually,
English
like-
words. Yeah, because they're doing like
crazy.
all like replacement stuff.
Do you guys get those ads? Okay, maybe it's just me, but like I get ads for AI like
Girlfriends.
assistants. Well, those two, but like, look, no, I don't. It's like a calendar. It's like a calendar thing, and it like tracks your calendar. But it's just the worst sell ever. Like right away, he's
Tracks your
like,
calendar.
"Oh my gosh, my calendar is so messed up.
Oh,
I
yeah,
can't
dude.
function in my life." And then it's just like, all I needed was this one AI tool, and then my whole life was good.
I really like the concept. Like I think AI could really do some sick stuff.
I agree.
All I want is for an AI plugin for Google Chrome that goes into my Gmail and deletes all the spam emails that I don't need.
Yeah, it'd be so
Because if
good.
I open up my guess how many
Bro, let's start that.
guess how many unopened emails I have on my
design it.
personal email that I've had since I was 13.
I'll pick you back.
13,000.
In my inbox. Okay.
Holy moly!
am I close?
Jared.
1,000 each year.
I'm at 11,291
Dang.
unopened emails in my
Dude.
personal inbox.
Jeez
The most
Louise,
I
Yeah,
dude.
you're
can-
done there. You
But
can
do
never
you-
come
Okay,
back
do you
from
have
that.
do you have 2 different like emails? Like one is for spam and one is for your like legitimate
Yeah.
important stuff. I do too.
So-
I
sort of.
had to. I had so much garbage just in my regular
But
stuff.
my main email, I can only have like 25 in the main page. Like they all get read and they either get deleted, archived, or put in a folder. And like even at that, like if I have to like scroll a ton, I don't like that. I like having like 25.
I hope AI starts making anime match the lips to the words that they're saying.
That would be
cool.
nice.
That'd be super
sick.
nice.
I'd watch that.
Yeah.
Do you guys watch anime stuff or like stuff in different languages, but you
I
do
hate
the
doing
English sub, or do you do the Japanese words with the subtitles?
I think I have to do
mad.
the.
Well, depending on your answer.
Here's the thing.
I gotta go pee, dude.
Okay, we're gonna jump right back to the anime question as soon as we come back.
What movies and shows have you watched?
So I
Whoa.
started with what did I start with? I think Attack on Titan was the first one I tried, and it was good. But the problem is the people who introduced me to anime, they're weebs. So they're like, you gotta watch it in Japanese with the English subtitles. There's like more
Who's these
character.
weebs?
You don't know them.
Oh, okay.
Well, one of them might have been Caleb Wilson.
I was
can't
about to say
remember.
that's the first.
But,
Sounds right.
but it's like you got to watch it with the Japanese and the English subtitles, and there's like
Yeah.
there's more character
It's
in the voices.
difficult, though.
But okay, that's the problem. Is they're right.
They are
it is
so right.
It is better to watch in Japanese because it just sounds better.
I just can't
It's more
watch-
convincing. But it is so much work. Plus, half the time that I'm watching a show, if I'm watching a show, I want to be able to eat dinner, make dinner while I'm
Yeah.
watching it. I can't do that if I have to read the subtitles.
Yeah, no.
So I've kind of just given up on anime to be
I
honest.
have to like be glued to it, which is probably good, honestly. We should be more glued. To
Have you
read.
seen One Punch Man?
Oh,
That's a
I've
good
seen
one.
the first episode.
that's on
I think,
my
Okay.
list.
where he's just depressed about killing everything with one punch.
Yeah, it's really every
I don't
episode.
understand the story.
And
of
no,
it.
there is-
It's
there
just
is-
like
you just
this
got
is
it.
it.
There's no story. Literally every episode is the exact same, but the humor's kind of funny. So
Okay.
And there's only like one season out there.
I
think,
only
or
watched the
I don't
first
know.
season of Attack on Titan.
It's
I don't
like
know
really
why. I just
popular.
can't get into it
One Punch
either.
Man, yeah.
There's also like Demon Slayer and stuff. You know the Demon Slayer movie? I went and saw that and I fell asleep.
No, is that new?
No, huh? Demon Slayer? No,
The
it's
movie?
been- Yeah, no, a couple years old, I think.
Oh.
Yeah, I can't get into it. It's too dramatic. and
I've not
childish.
done the anime. I don't really like do
I
any
have Jared. I have not done the anime.
because I'm a
How
Christian.
dare you? How dare you look down on us on our anime? It's
No, I
anime,
like.
not
I mean,
hentai.
I like that people enjoy it. It's kind of like pets. Like I don't do pets. Like I don't really want pets. But like it's
Why are
okay if you
hating
have
on
a pet.
Anime, dude. I don't really like. There's a few anime.
I'm just
I like
making
anime
everyone hate me.
movies,
No, I'm
bro.
just kidding.
There's some good anime movies, not shows. I can't get into the shows.
What's the one?
Whitewater rafting
What's
or
the-
something.
Studio Ghibli.
What's the movie that's really popular that?
The Boy and the Heron.
No, it was one I was actually interested in.
Oh
and
my
I was
goodness,
gonna-
that was a
haven't
trippy
seen it.
movie. What a trippy movie.
What one? What?
No. It's like a house of some. There's like a
Oh,
house.
the-
Oh, Hell's Walking Castle.
How's
Yeah,
How's
yeah.
Moving
Castle.
Moving Castle.
It was voiced by Christian Bale.
Is
that
it good?
one,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
it is
Yeah,
a very
that
Is
is
that
really good.
anime though?
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Yes,
And
but
I'm not-
that's like
yeah.
that's the kind of stuff that I like. It's
Very
not
good.
like "Hoi chicka moi." Oh, sorry, you gotta cut that off. I'm gonna get in a lot of trouble. You know what I mean? Like a 20-minute fighting scene where no one's fighting, but like
yeah.
Howl's Moving Castle
It's
and
really good.
Spirited Away, like
That's
stuff
all.
like
That's
that.
all
Those
done by
are-
a studio.
those
Yeah, Spirited
those.
Away. You should watch.
What studio?
Studio Ghibli.
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 Okay.
My
I'll
neighbor.
watch
My
that.
neighbor
Jamie, pull that
Totoro.
up.
That looks good
Fact
though.
check.
That one's really good too. Totoro, or it's like My Neighbor Totoro.
My Neighbor Totoro.
I've heard of that one.
Totoro. It's Totoro actually.
All right.
can't roll my
Next
R's.
time
My
I'll
wife
come
Have
makes
you
back.
fun of
seen
me
the Star
all the
Wars
time 'cause
Vision
she's
series?
Mexican,
The anime.
so
I
it
watched
takes a
those.
lot.
Those are
The
cool.
first ones.
Yeah.
The what?
I didn't watch all
The
of
Star
them.
Wars Visions. You don't know what that is?
Those
Star
are
Wars
cool.
Vision.
Oh,
It's
I've
a-
heard
like-
of them, but
like
I hadn't
it- yeah,
watched
it's
them.
really
shorts.
good.
They're like,
Some homeschool.
So they're
stuff right
anime. No, they're
there. Are we all
anime.
homeschooled here?
Yeah.
dude,
That's
we should talk
gross.
about.
That's gross.
Bro, we should
That's
talk
really
ab-
icky.
We should
We
talk
should,
about
like-
that probably.
The people
I don't wanna
watch-
talk
the
about that at
people-
all.
The people watching this podcast were like, "Man, I just knew something was wrong. Something was
dude.
off. That's it."
We just lost like 500 people, bro.
Their attention just
We
dropped.
lost our fencing.
Let's talk
crowd.
about our homeschool life. Let's talk.
God.
Let's trauma
Let's
dump.
talk. Let's
we a
talk
homeschool
about our
podcast?
homeschool life. Let's
trauma
do
dump.
it.
I literally
Okay,
had the
first
best
of all-
homeschool life ever.
First question. I
I
have a
got you
question.
all beat.
Okay. Okay.
What
Jared.
are you gonna homeschool your kids?
Yes.
Like,
What,
okay.
What children?
Or
do
like,
speak
would you
of?
like out of your experience of you being like?
I've actually thought about this.
Okay, sorry, I yelled at you. All right.
My coworker was saying that when he was a kid, there was one day where there's a wedding between two furries in the cafeteria. So I don't know if my kids are gonna go to public school
Dang.
because I think there's more weird
it's weird that
people
you have a problem
at
with that.
public school.
Here's
That's fair.
Here's where I'm at. I've thought about this recently. I do think it stunted me socially. And it's like now, So I've okay.
Yeah, I can still see the effects of that.
I have to.
Yeah, this is why we're struggling.
I have to back up a couple of steps. So I've been trying to be like, I'm so scared to talk to women. I'm so scared. I was like, I don't want to be.
Yeah.
And I've started just digging into it a little bit.
Did you say digging into it?
Yes.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
I've started to just realize like my social skills are not what I thought they were. And it's just like there's a
that's fair.
Chris Williamson's podcast, Modern Wisdom. He was talking on there, and it's just like literally like if you want to get better at social skills, if you want to get better at talking to women, every day when you go out, it doesn't matter who it is, with everybody, and this is just general kindness.
Yep.
Just like say one more sentence than you normally would. So like to your barista, like ask them how their day was or something. And I did that with I did it with somebody the other day. Like I've been doing it ever since I listened to that, and it's great. It's
That's
like the
great.
best thing
That's
ever.
a good practice.
Just in general. But I'm just like that whole thing made me realize I'm like my social skills are not what I thought they were, and I think it was because I was homeschooled.
I was talking
So-
with a buddy of mine. He was saying try to get told no like 5 times a day, which I thought was really good. He's like
This
next
guy
level.
sounds like a
That's
creep. What?
Can I touch your thigh? That's what.
I gotta ask 5 more times. Bear with me. Who is this
like
buddy?
that. Yeah.
Is this buddy allowed near playgrounds or schools? Does he stay home a lot? Have a weird bracelet on his ankle? I was kidding.
Yeah, no, but he was basically saying like in terms of like I can't even talk about it now.
No, what was he saying? Keep going.
He's just saying like with like your confidence.
I'm just gonna think of that every time.
like he was saying in terms of like work or like like if you're in the city and you're like, hey, can I like go on the roof of that building or like something like that, or like, hey, like can I get a raise? I don't know, just
That's
random
actually-
things. He's like try to do things like, oh, that's really cool. Can I like come back there and like see how you guys make the latte or something?
No.
Yeah.
No, that's actually cool though.
And he's
Oh,
like,
that's cool. I mean,
he's
if
like,
they're
get
positive
used to being
interactions.
told no, and then like when you get there, yeah.
See, I'm actually
I can't act normal.
I think that lady was doing that when she was like, "You have the key." Like, she was like waiting for the no. Man.
you didn't give her the no.
Why did you told her next door? She has to go ask again.
That's what it is.
The lady.
You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of there's like a TikTok channel, and it's all like today's mission.
Yes.
That one. And it's like call your friend, and when they pick up, say I'm busy. I can't talk now. I'll call you later, and then hang up. And it's just like all stuff like that.
I like that.
And it's just like it's the best.
There's one where it's like, walk up to your friend and tell them that you need to go talk to them over there, and then see how long they will follow you while you just walk away.
Yeah. This is see, okay, the whole like no thing though, it gives me anxiety to think about that. But
That's
it
the
gives me
point.
more anxiety to like not be told an immediate yes or no, but for there to be some kind of really awkward, drawn out
Yeah.
interaction where they're like, I don't
That's
maybe
stressful.
because then you just have to stand there and
It's
just
much
like
worse.
yes or
Where's the
no.
key?
It's just say
Where's
no and I'll
the
leave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you
That's
think being homeschooled stunted your social interactions? What do you think homeschooled affected you in the most negative way? How?
I get the gender thing, but I also feel
Wait.
Gender thing.
No,
What's
no,
the
no.
the
Like-
thing where
like-
like as
like where-
homeschoolers when we grew up and they were like you don't have a
oh.
gender and then we just decided at a certain point
No.
that gender thing
No.
What?
that wasn't normal.
Were you?
Okay, I'm
No,
playing.
but just
Very
like
different
interacting
homeschooling.
with like the opposite gender. Like I remember when I went
Yeah.
to school
Oh.
in Chicago, and it's like guys and girls would just like hang out, and I was like, this is like kind of weird, but I was
Yeah.
like, this is actually like really refreshing to just like have a conversation with someone and not have to like second guess it. So I feel like that was weird, but I also feel like my parents were good at like making sure I wasn't sheltered with certain things, like making me like
Yeah.
watch certain movies or like just like the way that my dad would like talk to us, and plus traveling was
yeah,
great.
traveling on the road was
That
really
helps
good.
And
so
it's like all my friends were 20. They're like 18 to 25, you know?
But is that
so it's
okay?
like,
So that's the thing with me is like I was always like good as a kid. Like I could talk to like adults
yeah.
and I could talk to little kids. But like anyone my age, like was like it was not good, man. It's like, and that has like persisted. I've had to work on that, you know. So it's like I feel like that was like the the line for me. I was like, it wasn't that I was bad at social skills. I just could talk to old people really well.
Yeah.
And that was it.
Interesting.
What was
and young people really well apparently.
And
Kids.
Yeah, and kids.
Talk to a lot of
I
kids.
interact. Yeah, I don't know.
What about you, Carter? You had quite the.
I don't know.
You watched Kill Bill.
I haven't watched Kill Bill.
I remember one time. Should I wait to tell a story?
I don't know,
No,
should
it's
you?
not good. It's when I had you guys over
Keep
for a
it flowing,
sleepover.
yeah.
I had
Huh?
you over for a sleepover.
Oh, I already know
And-
what you're gonna say.
I had you over for a
Hunger
sleepover.
Games?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so we had this like DVD player like called ClearPlay, and it would like
Oh, I forgot
would-
about Clear Play, dude.
ClearPlay. Yeah, it would like
No
block out
or no?
all like the swear words, and it would like skip all the bad scenes. And so we were gonna watch Hunger Games, and I meant to turn on the ClearPlay because I was like, oh, I know in Hunger Games that there's like cursing and like there's a kissing scene or something.
Oh no.
And I forgot to turn it on.
There was a
I
kissing
didn't mean
scene.
to.
Bro, lips, man.
And so the whole time I'm like,
Bro, lips, man.
the whole time I'm like so stressed out because I'm watching this movie with Carter and Caleb, and there's like swearing, kissing. Like, I am so sorry. And Carter's like,
He can't. I remember you came
It's
to
fine.
like we were all about to fall asleep. We were sleeping on the couch, or me and Caleb was sleeping on the couch, or something like that. You're like, guys, just so you know, like I didn't know that was gonna happen. I'm so sorry. And me and Caleb
Carter's
didn't know
like-
what you were talking about. We're like, what is he talking
yeah, because
about?
we're watching like Die Hard at like 10 and like Kill Bill and stuff like
I
that.
guess. I don't know.
Die Hard's not that bad.
Die Hard's not very bad.
There's
Except for
one
the
booby
topless lady.
scene, at the beginning, and then other than that, it's your average action.
There's a
movie.
Then
booby
it's just
scene.
murder.
How do you have all the booby scenes?
Which, I mean, for the French,
There's one booby scene right at the beginning.
about like
What's
12 and a half
timestamp?
minutes
What's the
in.
Timestamp.
Oh, man.
There's also a scene where Bruce Willis takes his shoes off, and they get bloody.
Yeah, that's a. I watched that movie a lot. Like, well, what am I saying? It came out way before I was alive, but like,
I didn't watch it until like 2 Christmases ago. Were you?
But that's what I'm saying.
you
like,
watch
I was
it with
way
me?
older when I
think so.
watched it.
I
For
can't.
the
might
first
have.
time?
Yeah, I think I watched it for the first time, and you
Yeah.
were there
No.
in my first apartment.
We should do movie commentary.
We should.
We should
That's
do
what we should
movie
do.
dates, guys.
Well, podcasts do like movie nights where
We
it's,
should,
like,
and then you can like
reactions.
clip it into
That's
like
fine.
so where it's not a full, or you can have the full one too.
Why do
We
cats
could-
do this?
We could watch some horror movies.
Can I just ask something?
Oh, do you like horror
about
movies?
this cat?
What do you want
Sometimes.
to know?
Is it
about this
pregnant?
cat?
This
Are you-
cat? No, this is a boy cat. Also, I want to appreciate how people will be like, "This is my boy cat." Like it's the only animal where people address it as like a boy cat.
What about
they don't say girl
ladybug?
cat. Okay,
What do
that's
you
true.
mean? What do you mean?
Like people will say like,
That's true.
"Oh, it's a boy cat."
like
It's
cat,
called tab- they have-
cat is
This
like
is Ronald, my
naturally
boy cat.
feminine.
They call it tabby
You know?
cat.
Oh,
Isn't-
so you, like,
sorry.
have to
they call
change it.
Isn't a tabby cat a boy
Uh,
cat?
No, I thought a tabby was like
An
that's
orange boy cat?
There's
that's
not
an
a name
orange
for
tabby.
a boy cat, is there?
Huh?
Tomcat?
Anyways,
That's
so
a wild
actually
cat.
another
does
homeschool
that
thing.
mean?
So when I started working at Moody,
Yeah.
they had me take a culture quiz. Like it wasn't a test, but it was just to gauge where I was.
interesting.
Well, when I saw it, I'm like, oh, like they want to gauge where I'm at office culture wise.
Yeah.
So I started taking it, and I realized, oh no, this is like culture stuff.
Like pop culture.
No, like
I'm like
across borders,
Taylor Swift.
geographical culture stuff.
So
like
what,
different.
what were the questions like?
I can't remember, but it was like stuff like, if somebody of a different, I don't know, inclusive.
okay.
Stop you there.
I don't even remember, but I got to the end and they gauge you from like incredibly sheltered, actually ignorant, basically,
Oh.
all the way up
Dang.
to like extremely inclusive and basically like you live and breathe other cultures that aren't your own. And I was on the ignorant end.
Is this a free test? Because I kind of want to take it.
I
want to see what it
like,
is.
I want to see my score.
And then you have a meeting with HR afterwards, and they go over your score with
They're
you. And the
like,
guy
"You-
was like, "Don't worry about it. This was my score too." And he was
That's
just being like,
incredibly stressful.
were
"You
you
know, if
ignorant?
yeah."
Oh,
And
dang.
I'm just like, "Shoot, I am in like a bubble."
You said this was for
Interesting.
Moody?
Yeah.
Well, it makes sense because the church that I went to when I went to school there, they're saying that in that school for that like district, there was like 130 different nationalities represented in that school.
Dang.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's cool though. I mean, well, Chicago is like
Yeah.
Yeah.
obviously very dense with
Yeah,
culture. So
yeah.
yeah, that's fair.
But
That's cool.
like the HR guy was just like, "Well, if you want to expand and like get out of your bubble," which I was like, "Yeah, obviously I want to."
Yeah.
But he
Called me.
It's like
ignorant.
he's like,
The
it,
whole
it doesn't
college.
have to be big things. It's just like, go eat at other restaurants and like watch
Hacienda.
more like cultural movies, even like My Big Fat Greek Wedding, just to like
Yeah.
experience some kind of other cultures. I'm like, okay.
Interesting.
So I've used that as
That's
an
cool.
excuse to get out of my bubble a little bit.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I love Indian food right now. But anyways,
Indian food's good. I like it.
Costco has these really good. It's pre-cooked and everything. You just have to throw it in the microwave. It's like
Pre-blessed
curry
food.
and stuff.
Dude.
That's a homeschool thing, dude.
Yeah.
That is a home. Julian Smith
what's
is
his
a
name?
homeschool.
Julian Smith?
Yeah.
Dude.
That's a
Yo,
big homeschool
deep
thing.
cut.
Deep cut. You remember?
Mr. Tim.
I'd rather eat Randy.
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 Did you guys?
What was the rap, Jared?
I'm reading
You
a
knew
book,
his
girl.
rap.
I'm reading
Which
a
one?
book.
The jellyfish rap.
Yeah, which one? That's
The
what
Earth is-
That's how much I knew those videos. I was like, which one? Yeah.
Like-
Jellyfish.
Like, hold
Not-
on
it
to your
wasn't
feet because
jellyfish.
I'm about to shake the earth.
No, yeah, it was the song one. It was the one about the song stuck in your head.
Oh,
Stuck in your head.
if you have a song inside your head, just sing this song, just sing this song, instead it goes.
like,
Dun, 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 dun,
And then it's
dun,
like,
dun.
what up? I'm Jeffrey. Glad that you could make it. Grab a slab of earth because I'm about to quake it. If I was you, kid, I'd try to find an empty seat. I forget the rest.
Dude,
Wait,
Jeffrey,
wait. Oh,
That was really
his
old.
character,
was
Jeffrey
Jeffrey.
Dallas.
yeah, you can skip
Dude,
it.
Akbar.
Skip that. That's awkward.
Akbar is like.
Akbar the
Dude,
corn.
Dude, that one was so
That's
funny.
the best video.
If
that
you
he
haven't
has.
seen this video, it's basically about Jeffrey Dallas, who is this character
corn.
he plays, who basically has like,
Something.
He's got
A little sprinkle of something.
and he goes out in a cornfield, makes friends with an ear of corn, and
Akbar,
then
dude.
his
I've done that a
grandma
few
cooks
times,
it for
dude.
dinner.
That's fair.
Dude, that's so sad. Like, you're emotionally attached to that piece of corn.
Yeah.
Sat
And
down
they-
for
and then
dinner
grandma cooked
in my grandma's
uh,
house.
Akbar. What
and
a
she
weird
laid down
name.
a plate of
My favorite ones were
What's
like
Akbar?
Trees Hate You, and then like the Call of Duty one where it's like, I was gonna ask you if you wanted to play Black Ops.
Grandma, you play Black Ops?
You play Black Ops? Yeah, what am I gonna do with all this time and money?
Let me in, Grandma. Let me back in.
I forgot
Dude,
that one.
Black Ops.
How do I remember the rap, but I forgot that
Yeah.
video
You had that
existed.
thing memorized,
Malk,
dude.
dude.
Holy
Okay,
moly.
talking about homeschooled,
Yeah, man.
I wasn't
Dude,
allowed to
Malk.
watch. I wasn't allowed to watch Malk.
Because of the
Why?
guns.
Because he yelled.
Yeah, no, because the gun with the head, and so I wasn't.
You're gonna
allowed-
shoot me if I shoot myself? That doesn't make any sense.
yeah.
Dude,
I
classic.
forgot about that, too.
If you have
Carter's just
time,
like-
go watch.
No, I used to
Julian
watch that.
Smith.
I was trying to think of other things. You guys remember watching Man
Dude,
vs.
get that.
Ball?
Dude, get
That's
that.
like prime YouTube, though.
Get the
Tom-
what?
Tommy, Tommy,
Get the what?
get that mic up by you.
Oh, closer.
Yeah, like
What's
put it
man?
on
What's
your
man
lap, bro.
versus ball?
It's
This is better.
Tommy Profit. He's now NF's producer and like
Yeah.
produces a ton
Yeah,
of
he's goated.
theatrical
Look,
sort
if
of.
I put it on my lap, it's even further away.
Well,
If
no,
I
like
do-
put
this
it,
is pretty
like,
good, right?
right here,
Show me one more time.
like here. Take it. I can't use that camera angle.
clip that.
What
See what I'm
about
saying?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
It's just making a ton of noise.
I don't
so
know why.
just-
I'm not really moving, am
Can you
I?
hold it? Can you just dismount?
I'm holding it.
He
I'm
can't-
not gonna dismount anything.
Can he dis-
I've been
Dismount
learning.
that microphone. Just point it at your mouth. You're good. Don't worry about it.
I've been learning about Gen Z language,
Gen Z language.
like
here we go.
Skibbity Ohio Riz.
Dude, that's
Ooh,
that's
skibbity toilet.
dude. That's
Yes,
Gen,
I
no, no,
watched-
no, no, no,
yeah.
no, 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 no. That's Gen Alpha. That's not Gen Z.
Oh, that's Alpha.
Gen Z
We're
is
Gen Z.
Gen Z's
Yeah.
lit. Gen Alpha is
When
like
does
Skibbity.
Alpha
Are we all
happen?
Gen Z?
When does that start?
I think
Yeah,
we
yeah,
are.
yeah.
Yeah, we're all
let me
Z.
check.
Yeah.
When
Cool.
Yeah, Skibbity
was-
toilet.
Have you watched
What does
that?
that mean?
Yeah.
Actually,
I'm
all
out
of
of
it.
No, not all
Oh.
of it, but I took a deep
2010.
dive on some. Oh, okay.
2010 is when Gen Alpha starts.
Yeah,
What do you
Skibbity
mean?
toilet, Skibbity
Wait, what?
Ohio Riz.
Say it again.
Gen Alpha. So if you were born
Or
in
Gen Z.
2010 or later,
Oh,
you're
that's
Gen
like
Alpha.
like 12, right? 14 years old now.
Yep.
14.
That's great. Are we all Gen Z?
Yep.
Right?
I'm like
Wait,
right
are you-
on the
were you-
line
what-
between
what
millennial
year?
and Gen Z. I was 97.
Oh, dang.
90. What is yours?
02.
2000. Yeah.
You're the only one.
Are
that
you
starts
one?
with The 19.
Are you a
yeah,
one?
01.
I was born in the black and white ages.
Black and white ages.
I remember when I was a
That's
kid, I was like,
incredibly racist,
I was
dude.
born
The whole
in.
world
The
was black and white.
Back when they had
All of a sudden
bench
they
for
developed
all
color.
the benches for each color. That's awful. What do you mean the black and white era? Cut that out.
That's staying in.
Carter has all the power here. Not you.
You know,
like I
okay.
do.
You know what
You do,
has
you do, you
sort
do.
of homeschool energy is girly Christian podcasts. Do you know what I'm talking
Oh
about?
yeah, you watch Cody Ko? The one that he watches, the two girls that
All I know,
the two Christian girls, and they talk about
Girls Gone Bible.
something like I don't
Okay,
remember.
so
Oh, I feel like you showed me
I
that
do
one.
podcasts
I
for a
have.
living. I do Christian podcasts for a living. So when I do research and stuff,
Yeah.
all of these girly Christian podcasts come
Oh,
up,
yeah.
bro. They're
Thank
rough.
you,
Some
Daddy
of them are hard
God.
to watch.
They're just like
It's true.
I don't. it's like everybody wants to have like these wisdom podcasts.
Yeah.
And it's like, bro,
You're dumb.
you're married and you're like 22 years old. You're going to look back on this and be like, what was I talking about?
Married, 22 years old. Yeah, it's crazy.
That'd be crazy. Yeah.
Anyways.
No, that's That's I don't know what I was gonna say.
The amount of times that you've done, you do that all the time, bro. We were talking about that on the way over here. Sometimes
joking,
you just like you'll chime in and you'll be, oh yeah, that's crazy though. Yeah, you have no idea. I got you pegged.
That's everybody's default is like.
My default
that's
is
crazy.
I don't know.
That's crazy.
I don't hear anything.
You don't have a default. Okay, there's a guy in the coffee shop today. His name's
could change
Bryce.
it up.
We were talking. I'm like, do you know Carter?
Oh,
He was
yeah,
like, no. And I'm like,
Should I do?
you should put
I
in
know
effort
Bryce.
to know Carter because he is a sublime human being.
Sublime.
But if aliens came down to Earth, I would have like, and they were friendly, I would have a list of like 3 people who'd be like, here's humanity, and you'd be one of those people.
Dang.
Who would I be next to?
That's awesome, dude.
I was about to say that's a really crazy compliment, but who would the other 2 human beings be?
I would need to
Don't
think.
put too much thought. You don't have to put too much thought.
Right
off the bat. One,
I'm
two, three.
culturally
Gloria.
ignorant.
Huh?
Gloria.
yeah, we've established that.
I said
They
Gloria.
were saying Gloria. Gloria Link.
I have to go pee again.
No, you don't get to.
I have a
You don't
very
get
small
to.
bladder.
You don't get to.
You don't have to keep
Do
stopping
you have
this.
do you have diabetes? Because that's like a
Whoa.
thing with diabetes. Is,
Maybe. No, I've always been a peer, dude.
Do you drink a lot of caffeine?
Uh-uh.
Do you drink a lot of water?
I drink only water, sometimes a cold brew at work.
How much water do you drink?
I drink a lot of water.
Like how much is a lot?
I don't know. I try to do like a gallon a day. It's not that much, I guess. I don't know. I don't know how
A
much.
gallon a day.
It's just because I had
That's
3
accurate.
Johns. Or I had 1 John and the other stuff. I don't know. I have a small bladder.
Johns? You mean Jones?
Oh.
Do they call them Johns?
I'm embarrassed now.
Go ahead and go.
He's
pee.
talking about.
Just
He's
go
just
pee.
thinking about toilets.
Okay,
do what
I'll
you
go
gotta
pee.
do.
I feel like I'm in
We're
trouble.
just gonna keep.
Yeah, don't
The
stop.
Porta John.
The pee don't stop and the pod don't stop.
Probably like Tucker
So here's a
Carlson.
I
dot.
want to ask the other 2 people that.
Okay, if you have to put in a septic system at your house, how much is it to just rent a porta potty? And do the numbers match?
Well, I actually just did a video for a septic company.
So
Septic
how much?
company. I don't know.
Okay, I'm just saying like an average septic system versus like a year worth of renting a porta
But
potty,
you're gonna live in your house for more than a year.
and you do have to shower. It's true.
So
you
I
could, like,
think it
shower
would be
whatever.
better to.
You could shower in a porta potty.
What?
I guess.
Have you seen the Jackass video where they stuck the dude in the porta potty and then they attached it to giant bungees and then they launched
No.
it in the air with the dude in it? And
That's
it's just
not
like,
real.
Yes, it is, dude.
No,
Pull it
it's
up. You're gonna
not.
throw up right now.
Does he come out like covered?
It's like yeah. It's like that thing at the mall. It's like the bungee thing at the mall, or like the.
But like he didn't know that it was.
No, he did. It
Okay,
was like
okay.
Yeah, it was like a skit that they're doing. It's like the catapult at fairgrounds.
Yeah, okay.
But he was in a full porta potty.
Okay.
You talking about?
should watch
You
it.
talking about?
Yeah.
Steve-O?
Yeah.
Oh, it was Steve-O. Have you guys there's this other podcast that I was really into a month or 2 ago called The Exorcist Files.
Oh my goodness.
Have you
Sounds fun.
So it's
sounds
hosted
scary.
by this
That sounds
Catholic
scary.
guy and it's co-hosted by his name's Father Martin and he's like one of the lead exorcists in the United States, if not the entire world. And they talk about like he has all these files because the whole thing with the Catholic Church when they do exorcisms, first of all they vet the person really heavily to be sure that they're not just faking it, like this person's actually possessed.
Right.
But then they also well document everything. So this dude has all these files
That's crazy.
of the details of all these exorcisms he's done. So the podcast is them talking about these exorcisms and then they like dramatically reenact them with actors and stuff on there too. And it's like it's some spooky stuff. But I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay, hold on. Like I've always known the Catholic Church has done exorcisms. But it's super clear at this point that they're actually casting out demons. Part of the way I was raised was that all of Catholicism was like wrong. They were totally
Right.
off base. But I'm like, first of all, if demons are real, then like everything that I've believed my entire life is probably real. Because how else do you account for this?
Right.
And then also, the Catholics aren't wrong because they're like actively driving out demons,
Yeah.
which
Well,
is something that not
that's
a lot of other people are doing.
right.
And they're even talking about like they use relics. So for example, if there was a saint,
Sure.
they have like parts of their robe, even if it's thousands of years old, and then they can take those relics and like touch somebody who's possessed and it like helps them drive out the demon and like the demon like reacts really violently to the relic. And there's people that I know who are also in like that. It's with Protestants. It's called Deliverance Ministries.
Right.
And there's somebody I know who's into that, and he does it like all the time. And he like corroborated it. He's like, oh yeah, like relics that's totally legit. Holy water, totally legit.
Yeah.
Like this stuff has spiritual power. And I'm just like, that's crazy.
Really interesting.
Yeah, like I didn't grow up
How
like
do you-
that.
how
at
do
all,
you-
like knowing that stuff?
How do you test if somebody's faking it or not?
They go through like multiple meetings, kind of like counseling, I
Yeah.
guess, where they just like, they ask questions. They try to determine, they have like, there's like 3 things.
Crazy.
So first of all, if the person can speak a language that they have no business knowing,
Yeah.
also
That's terrifying, dude. That gives me like chills.
displays like superhuman strength, and then there's something else.
Oh my God.
But they're talking, and it's like during exorcisms, like their bodies are just like it's like snapping in half.
Yeah,
and
like the way you see in the movies.
Or like,
yeah.
dude, some of the stuff, even levitation,
Yeah.
is documented. Like their
so
bodies,
weird.
like
Oh, yeah.
defying gravity.
Like
It's totally like
Defying grass.
Sam was
Lord.
so
I
into this.
think of like it.
No, that's interesting. I was just gonna say like in regards to like Catholicism or any like belief system like that where like something like that happens, and then because I think deliverance in Protestants like same thing. It's like you can be driving that stuff out, and I still don't know if you can like qualify that as like, okay, well now everything's true that they believe. You know, I think
right. Well, not
I think there's,
everything.
like,
Not everything they believe is true.
but like this is real. You're saying
not everything we believe is true.
yeah,
But like I thought they were totally off base,
right? Okay, I
and they're clearly not.
yeah, that's
So,
interesting.
I don't know. It's interesting.
I've
stuff.
actually, yeah,
crazy.
I've learned a lot about that because I think like my in-laws have helped me understand like Catholic traditions a lot more, and it's super interesting because I feel like we do think that they're just like wrong, or like even like the Orthodox Church. And I saw a post one time, and it was like this whole like history of the church from like Martin Luther and like all these different like councils and stuff like that. And it was like 21st century Christianity. It's like, man, are they lucky to have us? Like, good thing we
Dude,
finally
it's
got
so
it
true.
right. And it's just like, that's crazy to think about, like,
Dude.
how much more there is. And like, I've also like, in talking with my wife, she's like, helped me understand that like the gospel has to be big enough for it to make sense inside every culture,
Yeah.
which is crazy.
Right.
Like the gospel that we understand here has to make sense in
And other, yeah.
somewhere else.
Have you ever read the Quran? No.
I've
Man,
Hey,
dude,
did
one. You know who
have
I
you
think
read
that
it?
you would always. No, I have not. But my little brother has. So that is someone
Really?
that you would. If you think I'm interesting, my little brother.
Caleb read that?
Yeah, dude.
Has read the
oh my,
Quran.
dude, he does so much like religious research.
What was
and
his
stuff.
takeaway from
He
it?
does it for fun. Like, he'll,
where does he stand?
Wow.
Like
was
as
he
far
He
as
did,
what
I
does he
think
believe?
he's a little similar. It's not even just he's doing it to learn a different belief system. It's so interesting to him.
What was his takeaway?
I don't know. I wish we
gotta
could
have
ask
him on.
Yeah, one day. Yeah, that guy's
Yeah,
so.
that'd be cool.
He's like a sponge for all that kind of informational stuff, and then he can tell you like when the first Skinwalker was ever spied. Like, he's just like he loves all the crazy like the dumb stuff that's clearly not real. Like he'll still research. It's still fun for him. He's a little homeschooler.
I've heard this super interesting theory about aliens, that they are demons. Because if you look at like the history of the world, like demons were like these people like portraying like a futuristic like skill. Like back then it was like magic, so it's like people were drawn to magic. But like now it's like we don't value magic, but we really value like science and technology. And so
Yeah.
Or
demons,
personality tests.
yeah,
Or the Enneagram test.
Have you heard that history? Like, okay, so Enneagram,
yeah.
according to the guy that started it, right? Or like wrote a lot about it. He like claims that it was automatic writing, which means that like he literally like releases himself to like write from a demon.
Are you serious?
That's literally okay. So this is what I've heard. I have not like researched.
I will
it.
never
I think
take
he is
the
like
Enneagram test
associated with the
again.
Church of Satan or something like that.
Right.
Oh my
So it's
gosh.
like,
Yeah.
oh, that's a little sketchy. But also, it's like, yeah, I don't know where I stand
But
on like
also it's,
what
like,
do I do
super
with
helpful.
that. Like I don't know, but also it, like
Or
applies.
Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift.
Yeah, she's
What did you say?
She's the daughter of a Satanist from like the 1980s.
bro.
She's
yeah.
not
Is
the
that-
daughter.
okay, wait,
I thought
wait.
she just resembled her.
yeah, she She
Well,
looks
people
like
think that like she is her or something.
Some
like
sort of
that.
descent. Oh, dude, she has a giant cult following, bro. I'm telling you.
Yeah, her music's
I
not
believe it.
good, so the only explanation is that it's like satanic.
That's
Yeah,
I don't
spells.
understand how anyone. Yeah, dude,
she knows her demo. She's an incredible businesswoman.
Yeah.
That is how she's so successful.
Yeah, if you say so.
demons are real.
Do we want to wrap up? I mean, we've been going for like an hour and a half.
Have we?
On that note.
I'm almost at, that's actually really everything I had. So
Well, I'm chilling, bro.
pickleball, 7-Eleven robbery, Olympics, question mark, watching them,
Remember
question
that time
mark,
we would-
fencing, question mark, robot. Oh yeah. So
Robot?
the thing about fencing in the Olympics is like you can't see their faces.
Yeah.
I think eventually like somebody's going to win the gold medal and then they're going to take it off and it was a robot.
Oh my goodness, that's gonna be the reveal of like AI taking over all of
Yeah.
us. It's like, well, now I have a full formed body that can stab you.
I think they're
Exactly.
starting to try
I
to
can see
do
it.
like drugged Olympics where it's like they're allowing like
They should do that.
steroids. I
Let's
think
see
they're
how
I
far
think
we
they're
can get
actually
with
doing
it.
it. Yeah.
That'd be pretty cool.
If you want to do that,
Yeah.
I'd watch it.
Roid Olympics.
Watch it.
Let's
That'd be
go.
epic.
I watched Quiet Place.
Yeah.
Which one?
It's the new one that just came out.
In the theaters right now.
Day one. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
Yeah. I keep wanting to say part 3, but like the shot we were talking about it was like there was one shot in it that I was just like, dude,
I
this
want to
looks
watch it.
so good because have you seen it?
Uh-uh.
Okay, because it's just like, well, now it's spoilers, isn't it?
It's just like
There's just this
like
one
the
shot. I
sun's
won't
coming
spoil
the
it. I
sun's
won't spoil
coming
it.
through so good and it's like the halation on the mugs, like the cups is just like beautiful.
It's just
and
beautiful, and there's this one shot. Yeah. Oh man.
You can't say what it is because it's gonna
it
spoil
literally
it.
does spoil it. I won't say
Yeah.
anything, but we'll talk about it another
It was
time.
pretty good cinematography.
It was beautiful. I was like, how are you gonna get me to care about another one of these movies, like with
Yeah.
the aliens and stuff?
Dude, you had it on your list, but like the bear, nothing matches that cinematography wise. Like the shots, the coloring.
I want to know why it changed in season 1 though.
Everybody
Why
stop.
watch it? Like, in the
Everybody
middle?
stop. Everybody stop. I've only seen halfway through season 2.
Okay, are
Okay,
you gonna be
well,
watching it?
I'm not gonna talk.
Yes.
I'm not
Okay.
gonna talk about story. I'm just
I said-
talking about the mechanics.
Because it's like the first like couple episodes was like the super tight, really grungy, like you're like looking at their eye and their nose, and then like halfway through the first season we got like steadier and wider, and so I don't know if that was like just like their style changed or if it was like they were like saying okay we're like now a little bit more put together or whatever. But you know like I feel like
that would be really cool.
Guys, we're having a conversation.
So sorry.
I don't.
distracted
I don't
like
know.
so
was it
much.
on purpose or did they get a new DP or
There's probably a hook, like super intense shots right off the bat. But maybe they did swap like somebody on the cast. I don't know.
yeah, like even like the coloring, like it was like super grunge. It was like this is how I would color something, which was kind of also reassuring because I feel like my coloring's bad. And then I watched that and I was like, I could color this. It's pretty cool. Anyway, what were you gonna say about it?
I was just like, nothing matches it.
Yeah,
Like, I think it's phenomenal.
it's really good.
I'm also. Wait, is this? No, I'm not signed into my Letterboxd. I did just watch.
You have a
something.
letterbox?
Oh yeah.
That's
I do.
really cool.
Do you?
Do you?
I do have a letterbox.
I have a,
How often do you
We-
update it?
Jared?
I don't know.
How often do I what?
How often do you update it? Like, do you
What do you mean by update it?
like what? Like, how often do you review movies?
Every
and stuff?
time I watch a movie.
How often
Actually,
is
I
that?
use IMDb more often, but because I've always used it. But now that I've discovered Letterboxd, I think it's cooler. But it's hard for me to switch my like
Yeah.
immediate like. I just go straight to IMDb and I click the stars and then all that. That's pretty much it.
I'm only using it just like for a watch list right now.
Right.
But
Me
I
too.
need to like leave reviews. I don't. No one
That's
like.
cool.
I don't think anyone's like caring what I think of movies.
Yeah.
So I don't like. I just have it that way. I can like go and be like, oh, let's watch this movie tonight.
Yeah,
I do think there's value. I've started actually writing out reviews.
it's fun. It's
Well,
interesting.
it's fun. And then I went in and like looked at some of the other reviews of the movie like I reviewed, and I was just like, everybody's just like, LOL, this is amazing, like that sort of energy. And I'm just like, the lighting was very blah blah blah.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I look like an idiot.
But it's cool because it makes you pay more attention to what you're consuming on a TV. It
Yeah.
makes you think of it more instead of just like, oh, I'm just throwing something on, I'm just watching it.
I think as an exercise, it is actually good to
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
write that down after.
I
the
love
fact.
that. That stuff's really cool. There's one fly in here that's been
Yeah.
messing with me all
He just
night.
like straight in.
I got
He did.
incredible.
It's like I was
I
in
flicked
the.
him earlier, but
It's like I was.
He
in the Twin
did. That's why we
Towers.
were laughing at. He flicked
I
him
like-
perfectly, and I heard it. He's like, I heard it.
yeah, that was the noise.
Rawr.
That was the noise we made.
Okay. Well,
It's on your mic.
that's crazy.
Eat it.
Dude, eat it.
Yeah,
Now
I
you
can't
have
do
to.
that. That's disgusting.
Now you have to.
I'm not gonna leave
We
until you
both
eat
said
that
it. Now you
bug.
have to eat it.
Stop. Oh my God. That got really close, you nasty. You should eat it. You ate a goose. Bug is nothing.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm going to tell everyone at work.
No, don't tell him. It's illegal. No. It's fine.
Thank you guys for tuning in to Back to the Roots. It's been good to be back. Make sure to like and subscribe.
And
Follow us on
it opens.
Spotify, Instagram, all that jazz. See you
Clink.
later.
Bye.
Bye.
That was a beautiful train wreck of a conversation.
It's the Back to the Roots podcast.